Salutes to everybody. Much love and respect. We are back. We are back. Make sure you hit that like button, family. Please like, share, and subscribe. Support the channel. Salute, salute, salute. Salutes to everybody, man. Make sure you hit that like button for us, family. Please like, share, and subscribe. Support the channel. You know, we back for a sit down with Key session. Salute. My sister Von Hall, salute. Much love and respect. You know, when it comes down to the spiritual programming thing, man, we need to be able to recognize these programs, man, that's being put down upon the people, because the programs are what's keeping us on a continuum. It's keeping us on a continuum of our daily affairs. You know, this life, this is the same life that we can all agree upon that ain't living. We're living a life that's on a script. The script has been set forth by the powers that be, the people who are in control. And unfortunately, we have those who are gate guarding our system on our end. These are the real sellouts. These are the true sellouts. They are also an extension of the synagogue of Satan. A lot of people can do things unconsciously or consciously. But the point of the matter is that they're being done. So we have to be able to have the intellect and the intel to be able to see what's unfolding before us. So I feel like by us being able to recognize that we are in a simulation, that should give us the grounds to be able to perceive things from from a simulated perspective, because they're programming us and they're predicting things in the future. So they're programming us like computers. So we need to be able to see the spiritual coding that's taking place, the spiritual programming that's taking place. We have to be able to point these things out, because other than that, just like the nationalism that we were speaking about earlier, and shout out to Bro Sanchez for the dope stream. But, you know, when we are giving our energy or giving our power to a system that isn't going to drive forth any agendas for us, then it's like it's called by invitation only. We're giving our energy and our power to a system that's not going to serve us. So when this system is not serving us, who is this system serving? It's serving those people in power that we look at. And even if we see these people on the world stage, it's like these people aren't even, these people don't even have to be real to carry out these agendas. This is where they come up with a whole bunch of fake news and things like that. You understand what I'm saying? Because they know all they have to do is touch us at an emotional point. Once they press an emotional button upon us, that will get us to drive forth their agendas. And we're pushing for nationalism under the guise of a nationalism for us, but we're under the illusion of inclusion. We're under the illusion of thinking that these nationalist agendas are really for the people just because we're voting. Um, you know, and we're choosing and we're representing nationalism, but that don't mean that it's for you. So can these people really be Christians? Well, all we have to do is see how they perceive the so-called Bible, at least. They're not even reading the words out of the Bible the way they are. The Bible says a lot of things that these people are just not displaying visually. We don't see that in their lives that they're living. We don't see that in their agendas that they put forth too. We ask them questions about things that's happening, and then they give us a pacifier as such as some sort of entertainment, or something that's such as a fear-based tactic. Like some things are gonna come upon us from outer space or some shit. You know, Basically they telling us, hey man, don't pay attention to what I'm doing. Pay attention to the moon, nigga. Pay attention to space. The aliens coming. What you worry about me for? And we keep falling for that. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. Much love and respect. Make sure y'all hit that like button and share the stream for us. This is Sunday sit down. And um I originally wanted to talk about um the attachments that we're taking upon. There's a whole lot of esoteric knowledge that's being passed around. We know this is the age of information, and a lot of people are indulging in a lot of things that have been dressed up real pretty for them. I was having a conversation, and shout out to my brother T. Riggles. We was having a conversation earlier about, you know, if the numbers on a social security card, is that like a spiritual attachment? Yeah, it is. But then we could put numbers on our body. We could put letters on our body and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? So when we're dealing with things by invitation only, we got too many personal things to take care of, personal attachments. It's all about what we put our focus upon. These things that we put our focus upon are manifesting our own destiny at the same time that we're already pre-ordering with these people. It's like these people are dropping mixtapes, or these people are dropping books, and we're pre-ordering to subscribe to their agendas without even knowing it. And we're also manifesting our own destiny by taking upon the characteristics of the things that we get from their agendas. It can be a movie, or it can be a song, or any script, anything that's written. Once a person is programmed by this thing that is written or spitting, even if it's a song or even if it's played out, once this thing is passed upon the people, and the people start to take upon the characteristics or the energy or the spiral of this thing, then we start to take on what's called the spirit of a thing. And it's not nothing spooky. It's something that's very tangible. It's something that we can actually connect to us. People start acting a certain type of way. If you ever seen anybody with a bunch of tattoos on their body, they're just full of characteristics. They're a very interesting person. See, we want to be not compatible with nature. We're supposed to just be compatible with nature. All these extra things we're thinking about doing and placing our mindset to is because we trying to use this thing, but we were told that we had free will. But why would you believe that you got free will when you really don't even have free will? It's easier to believe the lie than to convince the person that they've been lied to. So this is why we can't escape this matrix system that we living in, because every day we got more and more people subscribing to this matrix system. Why? Because we have programmers who are programming the matrix system to indoctrinate more people, and to indoctrinate more people and more people, to the point to where we're so embedded into an inversion of a way of life that now we're caught in the matrix. We're caught in this system of things that we feel uncomfortable or oppressed in. At the same time, they're tricking us into this way of life or this system through a thing which they use called religion. Because so many people are going to tell you, I'd rather not go to hell. I'd rather be right. I don't want to be wrong. I'd rather be right on what I'm standing behind, or what I'm saying. And they've sold the God that they made to the world. And this is embedded into the minds of the people we program with this now. It's not going to be a thing that's going to be able to be easily undone. They did a number. These people are good at what they do. So we really got to look at this thing for what it is and take it for what it is. There's so much spiritual programming that's going on because we are, you know, allowing these things to happen to us by invitation, by accepting or taking part or participating in things that have been dressed up to not look like what they really is. This is why we really caught up in a lot of shit. A lot of people are participating in, political parties. A lot of people are participating in a lot of spiritual practices and things of that nature. And they're not really paying attention to what's connecting them to this reality. These connections that we're making are anchoring us down to this reality. It's keeping us in a state of mind to where we're following the script. All we know is his story. Our history is a mystery. So all we know is his story, and all we know is his predictions, and all we know is his agenda. But if we were able to be compatible with nature, and what I would call the true connection to the source, that would be nature. That would be to the ether. A great spirit that we can feel, that we can have a connection to. But at the same time, we've gotten a alternated version of what's called AI. This is the first forms of AI. AI is a simulation, a predictive programming system that's being programmed into the minds of the people, and we just keep following out these same programs that they've given us. And a lot of our people don't see any issues or any problems with these programs. And this person just goes and keeps indoctrinating the next person. So these people don't even have to do any work anymore. It's come down to the mindset. It's come down to be able to take a step beyond being woke. We got to take a step towards being aware. Once we're aware, we can be aware of what's happening around us. And once we're aware, we will be able to react. But you're not ready to react just by being woke. And this is what we lose in it. These people have come over here to our country and set us on a backward spiral. They got us living life in reverse. When they've taken upon our path and we're shining our light on the path for them now, that's not even going to be anything for us when we get to the end of the path. So we got to pay attention. And this is about having an external hard drive versus having an external hard drive. Because the people with the external hard drives are the people who need to apply their mind to the script so that they can carry out the actions, so that they can carry out the programs of the script. These people have an external hard drive, so they're not able to internally process things without using outside sources or forces. These are people who practice divination. The people who practice divination are not internally connected to the divine. So they need outside resources to give them divination tactics or abilities to be able to use so they can try to bring forth a cheat code in this perception of this life that we're living in. But when you have an internal connection to the source, you don't need those things because you're so full of light and you're being compatible with nature. So all goes well. But when you get bored, you start to bow the ring. And so he said, let me go backwards, man. I'm tired of going this way. I'm tired of spiraling the right way that I'm supposed to be going. I'm getting bored with that. Man started to come up with all type of animalistic thoughts and behaviors in their mind because there's so much attached to their body. They don't realize that you have a carnal body that you need to balance, as well as your logical mind that you need to balance, which would be your psyche or your spirit. And we also need to balance our soul, mind, body, and soul. Salutes my sister Von Hall. We can't be one way or another in this life. It would be a lot easier, but it's all about balance. It's all about balance. Salute, salute. And I was getting a call, you guys. Yeah, but it's all about balance. We're supposed to be able to balance ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. But we have been programmed with so many of these paganistic rituals and paganistic systems of survival. They keep us in survival mode. So we're in survival mode, thinking out of our lower cells, our lower chakras, because why? We're stuck in a mode to survive. All the while trying to pull pieces of our higher selves towards us, and we're taking these kindergarten measures of doing so, these basic measures of doing so. And that's a part of the script. Why? Because that's for them. That's not for us. That's why a lot of these divination practices look so appealing to the people because it looks more advanced. It resonates with a person. But those paganistic practices or these divination practices aren't meant for us either. Why would you say that, Key? Because you're connected directly to the divine. You don't need divination if you're a divine being. Divination would be you using external hard drive. You don't need an external hard drive until your internal hard drive run out of space. And this is what we're dealing with. Soul beings versus soulless beings. These people are here for the simulation. They've been put in place and given stability through their scripts or through their programs. They hire people like they create people like Charlie Kirk. Why? So that he can come out and program the people that they need him to program. And once his job is done, they just gonna say, oh, we got him out of here. You know, but all of that is bullshit to me. The agendas is bigger than me. It's bigger than we. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than these little stories that we can see on TV. It's imagine it baffles me how people can hear about a person like Charlie Kirk, or people can hear about all these different people around the world and start to feel some type of way because they've been sold a rhetoric of the situation that just occurred. They're playing on your emotions. And once these people's jobs done, they receive their payoff or what they chose to do their job for, and they're gone and they're no more. The world is a stage. None of this shit is real. It's all a program. It's all indoctrination. These people just want to keep control of this country. They don't want anybody rebelling. They don't want nobody saying we want this land back. They rather just give you a check for one time and just keep you calm. But we don't even know how to go and get the check. But then if you go and get the check, then what are you going to do when these next generations of children continue to grow up? They're from that lineage too. That would mean there will be a continuance of payments that need to take place. Prisoners of war. If you look at a prisoner inside of a prison system, that establishment has to fully take care of that prisoner within that prison system. I know a lot of people seeing where a lot of tax debts were wiped off. This is why they telling you after 7 years. They're telling you if you don't get scared enough to pay this shit in 7 years, then you're gonna figure out you ain't never have to pay it anyway. There's a game being played on the people. We're all sitting down at a monopoly table and we don't even know that we don't even have to play or not because the people don't have the power anymore. The power is being given to the corporation because we're willingly giving our power to the corporation. We're willingly inviting these people into our home to do whatever they choose to do. They telling us that we got free will, and so we're telling them that they have free will. It's a mirroring technique. A lot of people think they reading the Bible. They think these people talking about a heaven in the sky where you're going to die, you're going to live everlasting after you pass by, and everybody going to be up there together, even your loved ones. That's a lie. Revelation 13 say that they going to make a new heaven and new earth. They ain't talking about no heaven in the sky. They don't give a fuck about that. They talking about building up Jerusalem over there for them J-word people, for the small hats. That's what they talking about. That's God's chosen people. Why the fuck would they God give a fuck about you? You give a fuck about they God, but they God don't give a fuck about you. They gonna build streets of gold over there. Streets of gold. They're not talking about going to the sky. They're talking about here on earth. That's what they're talking about. Prove me wrong. You can say what you what you wanna think they saying all the fuck you want to. That ain't what they saying. You gotta take this shit how they saying it. They talking about a God that they fucking created. They ain't talking about the great spirit. They ain't talking about no creator. They ain't talking about none of that. They ain't talking about nature. They ain't talking about none of that. They're talking about their will being done on earth. They making the rules to this shit. And they dressing it up. And a lot of our people are buying this shit. A currency that we don't have. If we saying we on the bottom, you ain't got it. You paying for some shit that's too high for your pay grade. But let our people tell it. We gonna get it right next time. How many times we gonna keep saying this shit? How many times we gonna keep doing this over and over? How many times you gonna keep going to your local neighborhood church, want to receive some hope or feel good because you went in that motherfucker? You gonna give them your money that you need to pay your bills with, the inflation tearing your ass up on, and then these people ain't even helping nobody in your community, not one person. It seems like the richer a motherfucker get, the less people they help. That's what I see. That's what I see. If we're going to keep believing these motherfuckers under the guise of some nationalism because you believe that any fucking body in this country is going to come and do something for you when they already took your shit. They telling you we took your shit and it ain't nothing you going to be able to do about it. We keeping your shit so you can get down or lay down. motherfucker. Basically, this is what they saying. You gonna get down or you gonna lay down. And by voting and by pushing forward for their agendas and keep making excuses for these motherfuckers, you getting down. This is what they call picking two of the lesser evils. Cause ain't now one of the evils for you. So we gotta, really pay attention to what's going on and what's taking place in the simulation. We're trying to project our own thoughts and shit into us the simulation where we divided, we can't do nothing no way. So we would have to at least come together first on a large scale before we can do something. A lot of people like to get on these panels because they say, you got to be accountable. Accountability, spitting all this dumbass rhetoric. You got to get yourself together first. Well, shit, you ain't got yourself together, then what are we talking about? Now, if you had yourself together, maybe you had a stumbling point. But you're a person who I know who usually had themselves together. So I'm gonna excuse that right now, and I'm gonna work with you because I know you a hustler. I know all you need to do is get back on track. Come on, let's get it. It ain't nothing else to talk about. What are we talking about? Why are we telling niggas you need to get yourself together? That's a fucking fear-based tactic right there. You niggas scared. Why we can't just start now? Well, what we get? Let's get it. Let's try this shit at least, nigga. If we fail, fuck it. We gonna recoup and we gonna do this shit again. Nah, but you niggas scared. You always making up a fucking excuse. No, nigga, you ain't right, and I ain't kind of right either. Man, fuck all that. Salutes, my brother Nasir, the enemy's public. Salute. Salute to Von Hall. Salute to my brother Big Dog Philly LG. I'm gonna drop the link, man. I just wanted to do a little Sunday sit down, man. We can build. I got a little time, man, but it just was some things on my mind, man. I hate to see my people keep selling their souls over religion and nationalism when religion ain't religion to these people, man. These people created the God of the Bible that they tell you of, the Bible they talking about. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, if I gotta fucking, worship the same God that Lil Nas X talking to when he on stage saying, first of all, I want to thank God for putting me in this position, then I'm cool, nigga. I don't want to worship that God. Fuck that. I might be walking down the street naked like this nigga, smacking my lips with a thong on. Fuck that. I'm cool. I'm cool on that. I'm good. I'm gonna figure it out, bro. Nah, I'm straight. I don't want no ride, bro. I'm good. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk, bro. I don't want to get in the car with y'all, man. It's gonna smell like booty and that motherfucker. I don't even want to get in. you know. So we have to develop the mind frame, man, and just be able to deal with what we can see. Take care of what we can handle and leave the other shit alone. You understand what I'm saying? Because the other shit is just a distraction. They're using distractions. They're pouring out distractions. So if we can eliminate these distractions that are coming towards us, then we can have a clear playing field to play on. But then we can't even agree on a lot of shit because every nigga think he is smart. The new niggas start thinking they smarter than the old niggas, not even really giving them they proper props, saying, okay, well shit, they ain't have Google at their fingertips. This nigga had to catch a bus to a library. See, I know that because I used to catch buses to libraries. Last of the old, first of the new. That's why I appreciate my elders. That's why I appreciate those who came before me. I'm not saying, hey man, you dropped the ball when I'm supposed to have my hand open to get that motherfucker in the first place. Am I right or am I wrong? If you in a race and you look and tell the person who just came to you to hand you the baton, they dropped the baton, you making an excuse. You trying to cover your own fuck up because you supposed to grab the baton out their hand. We ain't seeing that. We seeing a bunch of sellout motherfuckers. We seeing a bunch of niggas who selling us out to the people. Niggas is coming teaching us with this motherfucking manifest destiny rhetoric. They coming to tell us, hey, don't go out there and let that white man get you because he gonna get you. It's best if you let me take you to him. Cause you know, me and that nigga, we got some shit going on. You know, he owed me a couple of dollars. All these fucking agents that we got in this community. Like I said before, there was once upon a time in the conscious community where nobody voted, bro. Cause we knew in the conscious community that the government was not for the people. But the conscious community has been infiltrated. They done infiltrated the conscious community because we got people in the conscious community who here to sell you to the master. They're selling you to them. They want you to buy into their system, and then they gonna sell what you gave to them for lesser, just for stability, just so they can be comfortable. That's what's going on. Our biggest problem is we need to deal with those gate guards. We need to deal with those boule motherfuckers on our side who steady pushing this indoctrination, who steady pushing this ragged religious system, fogging up the mind of our people, keep making us make bad decisions and bad choices. Salutes to everybody in the chat, man. I am dropping a link. Go ahead and hit the link, man, and come chop it up with your boy. Um, you know, I'm just kind of sharing some thoughts that's on my mind because, you know, we got a lot of work to do. You know, there's a lot of people unhappy with the way things are going. I've been seeing a lot of activity online, especially when it comes to the things that's taking place in the country and outside of the country right now. And you know, shout out to my YT people, shout out to my white people. You know, ain't no smoke with y'all. It's just a lot of times when I'm talking to my people. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all can resonate with this shit too, then that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we gotta understand that these J words are you know, they don't give a fuck about y'all either. They using y'all too. So we just gotta start looking at shit as just, you know, from a good person standpoint and from a person who wanna be free standpoint, and all the other shit in between is just all the other shit in between, man. We don't have to start making up shit to get into arguments about when it's somebody hitting both of us. There's someone who's attacking everyone. There's someone who's poisoning everybody's water. There's someone who's selling everybody fake food. Man, you know they got fucking fake eggs now. I bet you thought of all them eggs you ate came out of a chicken. Nope, 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 nope. No, 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 no. They have an injection, man, to where they injecting yolk and shit inside of a chicken. They just making it. They, you know, they're able to manipulate this system of things, man. They're able to manipulate reality. So we got to step our game up. We got to really step our game up. We got to get out of this mind frame to where we are. So, you know, even those people who they think they got it because they say they chocolate coat Christianity. They chocolate coat spirit Christianity. So they say, no, those person ain't the Jews. We the Jews. Fuck it. So them people say, when you saying Jew, you saying you. So when you say I'm a real Jew, you saying I'm a real you. Because the why that's why they say Yeshua instead of Jesus. Come on, people. This is etymology 101 with Key North. Yeah, when you say Jew, you saying you. I'm the real you. You telling them you the real them. And then they telling you they the real you. You see how this psychological game goes that we not even fucking able to pay attention to because we so worried about dumb shit and distractions that's put forth in front of us. You don't know that fucking Young Thug is a puppet. You don't know that P. Diddy is a fucking puppet. All these niggas who, they done had millions of dollars. You ain't never even seen them feed the homeless on a Sunday or something. Like just one time or nothing. Like, but then we attack those people who do shit like that. But then you got people who got millions of dollars who they don't do shit for nobody. All they do is just come out and tell you how broke you is and how they'll fuck your girl and all that type of shit. Man, we in a backwards system. A backwards system, bro. I just seen a video with a young lady and I thought this was a good video. And she was talking about not getting pregnant. So I thought it was a good video. But in the course of her making a video, and towards the end of the video, she said, and I'm not gonna get as vulgar as her, why you girls are not using your behinds. And she was a young black girl. And that shit really bothered me because I'm like, first of all, what type of man you dealing with that's gonna let you turn around and offer you his behind, offer him your behind, first of all. And second of all, what makes you even want to do some shit like that, man? We in a fucked up world. We in an upside down world, man. This shit crazy. This shit crazy. My brother Brun, salute. Man, the video that I put up, you know, the little girl, she at the bank, they closed, they on break or whatever. So she's sitting there, she waiting till 2 o'clock, and it looked like a big white lady jump out the truck. Well, by the time the big white lady make it over to the car, she recognized that the big white lady is a big white guy, and he's yelling at her about why is she sitting at the window. She in the way. She need to hurry up. She telling them, "Well, I can't get my stuff to 2 o'clock. So what you rushing me for? What you doing here if you can't get your stuff?" Like it just show you the mind of the world. The mind of a lot of people. A lot of people dealing with anxieties and um shit like that, to where they having anxiety attacks, and a lot of people can't go to sleep at night. A lot of people getting addicted to scrolling in their phones because people don't want to be compatible with nature. Just do natural shit. You gotta meditate sometime. You gotta shut these phones off and shit sometime. You gotta turn that news off sometime. You gotta put that Bible down sometime. Shout out to my brother McCray 1000. Shout out to Big Dog Philly OG. My sister Von Hall, salute. My brother Brian, salute. Shout out to y'all, my brother, the enemy's public, brother Nasir, salute. Yeah, man, and y'all can hit that link. Salute, my good brother. You know, it's a crazy time we live in, man. It's a crazy world that we live in because a lot of our people are falling victim to this predictive program and shit. It's being sold to them under the guise of something that it's just like the political shit that we was talking about just now on Bro Sanchez's channel. A lot of these people are, you know, supporting these political parties under the guise of nationalism and under the guise of religious views, but they're gonna fall short to white supremacy. It's not for you. You're just helping them score. You're helping them push the ball past the line. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You're giving them your light and your energy so that they can manifest their destiny. These people are not able to think ahead of the time. It seems like they're ahead of you because they've left a script for their progenitors. They've left a script to be followed. And we got some of our people following the script. That's just like if we was playing a basketball game and some of our people start shooting and they goal, that's going to give them some points to beat us. So that's what's happening right now. We got our people on the other side of the court shooting the ball in their goal. This is what's happening to us right now. You know, we can't really give leeway to these gate guards. Those are the people who are indoctrinating the more of our people. These people can't do shit to us as long as we retain our focus from them. Once we start to put our focus and look on their shit, that's when we give their shit energy to be sustainable. That's when we give their shit substance. They shit don't get substance until we focus on it. We gotta have a collective mind and a collective thought, but we first gonna have to start agreeing on some shit. And I think the first thing we need to agree on is what's happening to us. If we all don't see that something happening to us, then everybody ain't gonna be that concerned with doing something. Only the people who can see that something's happening to us, and the people who are programmed by the programmer are going to think that they going in the right direction because they're going to continue to follow the program. They're going to continue to follow the program, man. So, you know, I think that's something that we need to do. I think having these type of conversations is what's going to keep us on the path towards being able to start recognizing what's going on. So we can catch up with them. We say there's a generational gap. There's also a literacy gap. There's a literacy gap because they're only teaching us the information that's going to see fit for us to survive in their world. But what I'm saying is fuck they world. They world don't deserve to fucking be here when we already had a fucking world going on before they got here. We already had a way of life. And they telling us that they being nice and they allowing us to stay in our country when we been being nice. We've been allowing them motherfuckers to stay here. But guess what? Now they done sit here and they done got their money up. Now they done sit here and they done got their guns up. And they hard for us to deal with now. See, we done let a motherfucker get the up on us. Steady falling victim to these distractions and having bad interactions amongst ourselves. We got to do something about that. We got to fix this shit. Or we can just go along with the program. These people are pushing for a digital society. That way they can trap your light in a jar, and that way they can place you inside of their world that they've created. When they keep saying we going to Mars, they mean we going to a realm. The supercomputer is a realm. It's a big realm. RAM space, RAM storage. That's what this is. I don't want to be in a world where Walt Disney is real, where I can just say, well, shit, I want to be Mickey Mouse today. And we got people playing this shit out on a surface level, on a physical level. There's actually children identifying themselves with rodents. You got people who say they frogs. You got people who say they dogs. I just had a dude on here who was talking about people who they call it cosplay, but that's just another way to get you involved in this shit. This is bestiality. And I don't even want to talk about the rest of these sick ass PDF files. You know, these 30, 40-year-old men, they got fucking girlfriends and shit, and they got them walking around all day acting like they 4 and 5 years old. Y'all don't see nothing strange with this shit. Salute, my brother T. Cortez. Y'all don't see nothing strange with this shit. And all these things that's going on, we steady got NASA coming up every other week telling us something about to hit the earth, and that shit's never happened. Every time they said that, why people still believe in this shit? Why people still getting fearful for this shit? That shit just stopping you like a deer in the headlights to keep you from doing what you want to do, keeping you in fear that this world gonna end, keeping you on your knees praying to their fucking gods. We gotta stop this shit. Traditional guard and ice with this on American people posing as immigrants. Oh yeah, and then they got, they got this division down pat. They got us thinking they got the black and white people like fuck each other. Then they got us both like fuck the immigrants, when the whole time these people immigrants themselves. And they're allowing those who say they are Jews, who really the synagogue of Satan, they came to fuck this place up. They didn't come to. We can see what they doing. They going, they colonizing this whole motherfucking place. They even control of all the media and shit. All the media even polluted. Everything they touch, it gets polluted. Whether it's land, water, air, the airwaves, the TV, the radio, everything they touch get polluted. This what they came to do. They came to fuck this place up. We dealing with some motherfuckers who ain't got no soul. We dealing with some motherfuckers who only got an external hard drive. This bullshit they feeding us, this shit making us sick. They can eat that shit. We can't. This shit they put in the air fucking us up. They can breathe this shit. We can't. But then they're steady transforming us as time passes on. And we're steady voting these people into place. So if they do change, a lot of people use the excuse, well, I want the laws changed in my city. Okay, so you think them laws gonna fucking matter when you breathing in all this aluminum and shit? At the same time, they might change a law in your city. They still putting this shit in your air. So you ain't gonna even be around to even see these laws get passed if you keep breathing all this aluminum in. We are under siege. They're telling you to look to the sky. The aliens coming. These motherfuckers is already here. We're already under siege. We already under alien attack. We got people in our land who ain't even from over here. And they telling us we should be thankful that they allowing us to stay over here and shit. That they ain't kicked us out. We gotta bow down and kiss their ass. Yeah, I hear a lot of people saying that, my brother McCray, that they unplug their Wi-Fi router when they go to sleep. But this shit's so deep. I mean, as long as you vibrate on the right vibration, the food you eat, these waves from these 5G waves, 6G waves. A lot of people keep saying 5G, but we passed that now. You know what I'm saying? If you look in your backyard, if you look around these boxes and these units and shit like that, the grass in your yard don't grow around that shit. This shit dead in a motherfucker. So we can see how the vibrations from these units and routers and shit like that do affect people. You know what I'm saying? But it's always a three-body problem, but there could be a three-body solution. And what I mean by that is anything that's living, you know, that's consist of or manifested from an atom would consist of electrons, protons, and neutrons. So, mind, body, soul also attains to this scientific truth, should I say. So, we got to think about this shit mentally, physically, and spiritually at all times. Because for us to only look at things on a physical aspect will cause an imbalance. To only look at things that are logical or mental aspect will cause an imbalance. And to only look at things that are spiritual um, aspect will cause an imbalance. We got to be able to balance these things out on all sides so that we can see the bigger picture. Once we can balance these things out on all sides and be able to see the bigger picture, we got so many people who are performing witchcraft and divination practices who are really good spiritual people, but this paganism and these witchcraft and these practices have become so appealing to them. That's the trick. That's the trick. Even with a tattoo, even when you get a tattoo, it's still coming to human sacrifice. You're still cutting. There's still blood involved. So even on small scales, we take part in these things by invitation only. And I'm going to subname the stream invitation only, because we can't fight the things that are harming us as a whole if we continue to connect ourselves to things that are harming us on the individual level. Like, you got to be good yourself before you can help everybody else. So if we keep doing things, or oh, I'm gonna get a bunch of tattoos because I want to be sexy for the women, when you getting all them tattoos, you just putting a whole bunch of energy on you. Numbers carry energy. Letters can carry energy. That's how these people are able to carry out their agendas, because letters and numbers are the first steps to the program. That's the symbology. That's the first connection to the program. You got to put a whole bunch of numbers together to make the dimensions of something. You got to put a whole bunch of letters together to start making words. Then you put a bunch of words together to make sentences, and so on and so forth. So we have to be aware what we're taking place in when it comes to this program, because there's different avenues to the same destination. And do you actually think that these people are going to give us the opportunity to have a physical, spiritual, or mental liberation? Do you think that they want us to be liberated spiritually? So you think they gave us the book? No, they gave us basic shit. And the basic shit was made for their people. It's all paganistic. It's all paganistic. Everybody having sinus problems. Yeah, they putting a lot of things in the air. It's also a lot of things in the food that's giving us mucus, that's producing a lot of mucus. Mucus is the building block to disease in the body. You can have mucus on the brain, mucus in the chest, mucus like in the nostril areas, the ear, nose, throat area. Where anytime mucus is present, we should know that there's an infection in that area. It's going to start off white. That it's going to show that it's inflamed, that it's began, and then as it starts to get yellow and all the way to green, and we can see how deep the infection is. So yeah, I'm tracking with you on that, bro. Those sinus and mucus problems, that is the focal point for disease. They know they got that area disease, and they want us to look at that like it's nothing. They're not telling us it's the food, and they're not telling us that we could take herbs and stuff to heal those on a small level. But the thing is, once we start taking the medication that they give us, then the medication starts to do a uh because the body has autoimmune, autoimmune. So they'll tell you that autoimmune is a deficiency, what they will call AIDS, but really it just be your body start fighting the shit. So then they'll give you the medication to stop your body from being able to fight the shit, so the shit can just take over you, so it can get rid of whatever it's really attacking. And once he get rid of whatever is really attacking, then they tell you, okay, it's over. You survived it. But if you had, or if a lady had ovarian cancer, then say the ovarian cancer set in. Now she started looking sick and losing hair because her body is fighting the ovarian cancer. But then they give her the medicine to where her body will stop fighting the ovarian cancer. And then at that point, the ovarian cancer would overtake her ovaries, and then they'll go in, and then they'll be able to take those ovaries out. Mission complete. Mission complete. So yeah, that's a conversation for another stream, a whole stream, or another day. I just really want to tap on with y'all and just chop it up. I had a few things on my mind, and it just baffles me how a lot of white people would hear me speak on nationalism and compare some things as racist, and then they start being racist, and then they get to, well, it's a mindset. I know it's a mindset, but y'all act like niggas are all black. Some of you white people niggas too. Some of y'all white women don't want to sleep with none but niggas. Some of y'all be, trying to talk ghetto, and you can tell a white girl that like black dudes because she gonna have her hair done a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it real. So it's not about what color a person is, because guess what? I know some dudes with some skin like mine, and they the biggest white boys I know. Straight up. This nigga got a white mind. He got brown skin with a white mind. I wish I can slap the skin off of him sometime so you can really see how pink this nigga is with his pig mentality having ass. Straight up. But yeah, man, salutes to y'all. I just wanted to come chop it up with y'all, man, and give y'all a good hour of power. You know what I'm saying? If anybody want to join the panel, man, feel free to come up. Because if not, I am going to get out of here. Salutes to y'all. But if y'all want to join the panel, I do got a little bit of time. Sit down with Key. Open panel, open topic. Come chop it up. I mean, if anybody got any smoke, anybody want to add to the bill, any questions, anything like that, feel free to hit the link. Straight smoke, salute. My brother McCray, salute. Yeah, I'll drop the link. But I think I really said enough. You know what I'm saying? As far as me just yapping. As far as me just yapping, I'm trying to rush these little hours out of here on the stream yard. Then I'm gonna go back to the Zoom. Want to make sure I keep in touch with the people. Keep my ear to the streets. Salutes to y'all, man. Much love and respect. Feel free to hit the link. I'm gonna allow y'all to hit the link. But yeah, man, we really gotta check this, man, because we got so many of our people who are, you know, emotionally connected to this religious agenda. I call it a religious agenda because it's a programming. And I know in your mind you're saying, "Hey, man, but why would they give you something to give you spiritual liberation?" I know what you mean, but if somebody made a sign or a symbol and the PDF files made that sign and symbol, and then you looked at it and you liked it, and you like, well, I'm gonna say it mean this, like it still mean what they said too. This is how energy works. Energy can't be destroyed. So you can't destroy their PDF file energy just because you like how the shit look or you like how it sound. You know what I'm saying? Oh, bro, I'm just really, it's an open, discussion. I'm just kind of sharing some things that was on my mind, man. So I mean, anybody who want to hit the link, you got something on your mind, your heart, you want to share with the people, anything, man, feel free to hit the link. Oh yeah, we can keep this thing open for a little minute. You know, I said it the other day. I'm like, damn, when I do like open panels, nobody hit the link. But then when I do like a discussion that I'm trying to stick to the the topic on, I be having people jumping up, want to change the topics and shit, and I don't want to seem like a bad guy or like I'm disrespectful or nothing. I just want the same respect that everybody else get on YouTube. I'm just, now it's an open panel. It's an open panel right now. And usually when I do certain topics, that's on my mind, that's on my heart. So I be wanting to drive that home. I don't want to do any counter situations, and I don't want to start telling people what they should or shouldn't be doing or none of that shit. Like, come on, man, it's YouTube. It's about the information. You know what I'm saying? We are supposed to be building with each other. So then when you hit the panel, I'm not saying we should be an echo chamber, but if it makes sense, then shit, let's build together. Salute, salute, straight smoke, salute. Salutes to Demi out there, salute. Oh yeah, you want to give us a mic check, good brother, salute.
Oh man, I'm making sure I'm fully loaded. You know what I'm saying? Letting everything load up.
Oh yeah, man, you loud and clear. Salutes to you.
Man, it's good to see you again, Key. I'm glad to see you up doing what you do, bro.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. I'm glad you came by, man, and feel free to bring anything that you got, your mind or your heart to the panel, man. We here, salute.
What? I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it because a lot of I ain't gonna sit here and stunt at all. It seems like nowadays, if it ain't messy, ain't nobody tuning in.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? It went from, don't you remember when it was simple? It used to be about straight up information. Anything
Oh,
that we can bring to the table for us to get better, as people.
fact.
That's what it was. Now all of a sudden we doing the most messiest shit I have ever seen in my life. Pardon the body. Pardon the body.
Oh no, it's all good, man. I agree with you. And that just really serves an agenda. Also, it shows how much against each other we can be, and it just makes the people who in power, know that everything's good. As long as we fighting each other, they ain't got to worry about us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you on that.
I gotta take it a step further. What is that to say about the people that's wanting to see it?
Oh man, it says a lot. It's
Right.
funny.
Ain't that character? Ain't that
It's
character?
funny. It's funny you say that because I started to watch that characteristic in people, the people who was going over to, see drama or support
Ah,
drama.
don't say
Yeah,
no
yeah,
names. Just you understand
yeah,
what I mean.
yeah, I do,
You ain't gotta
man. And
say it. Don't even
I
say it.
feel,
Just don't
I
say it.
feel
Talk
back.
around it.
Right, that's right. But yeah, I feel back, man, because it's supposed to be that's the era I come from when it was all about information. Anybody could get up here and talk greasy or sound cool or defend
Right.
themselves, but what type of substance is there for the people or for the mission? You know what I mean? So I kind of look for those qualities in a person, and when I can see a person is really here for the people over their own egotistical agenda, then that make me gravitate toward people.
Like it was killing me about one thing. It was like I don't. I'm not about to sit here and pat myself on the back about what I'm saying, but I just have to say this. I don't see too many people talking the way that I talk. Whenever I bring up stuff, I don't see nobody really talking that lane, right?
Hmm.
So when I start talking this lane, it seems like everybody all of a sudden know exactly what I'm talking about, and they don't even know what they explaining.
Right.
They don't even know. Like, dude, you trying to listen to me to go Google what I'm saying really fast, and then you want to talk about it, and you have no idea what you're talking about.
That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. Because I don't really like doing too much visuals. I don't. I like to just say what I'm saying, and then we could go from there. Like if it's an issue with what's being said, we could deal with that. But once we start talking, and it's natural, it's flowing, so we can start to build from there, and that's how we build. I like builds. I don't really like now the debates. Got to be for a good reason with me, but I
Right
really
on.
like building, man, so we can have some substance for the so I could take these bills and I can start writing shit out of them like blueprints and books. I'm actually able to use a lot of my bills for books. So that's the type of shit I'm into, bro.
And just to piggyback off of that, right?
Hmm.
You cannot have a bill with somebody if you have to fact check what they're saying.
I feel you. But
If
I
you
think
honestly, if you honestly think about what I'm saying, that's a trust factor.
I
That's an
agree.
honest trust factor. Like I can sit here and say something to you, and you're gonna be like, "For real?" But why would I come on your panel, talk to you, and lie to you about something?
Right.
You understand? Do you really understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, because if you say something and I know it makes sense, if it seems like it makes sense, then it ain't no sense for me to try to fact check what you're saying. As long as it makes sense, we got to have the um, internal intuition to be able to have the proper. A lot of people use this word discernment, but I don't think a lot of people know what that means. I think a lot of
No.
people think discernment mean resonating, and resonating and discernment is two different things. You discern what resonates to you, so you can kind of weed out the bad stuff and pull the good stuff in. That's what discernment is. You know what I mean?
Okay. So I'm gonna take it a step further, right?
Hmm.
So I was on a panel. I was on a panel, and I sat here and said, "You need to vet whoever you're going to deal with. You know, somebody that you want to have kids with, this, that, and the third, right?"
Right.
And motherfuckers was looking at me like, "Well, what you mean by vetting?" I said, "Well, you got to take them. When I was younger, you had to take them to the little red schoolhouse. In other words, you need to go get them tested."
Oh yeah, in today's society, yeah, I
Man,
mean that.
man. And they sitting there like, "Man, you gonna go through all of that?" I'm saying, "Look, dude, this is 2025. You do not know who took that poke."
Right. Hey, brother. See, now you cooking, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been just recently single, and I'm not even, hey, I if it happened, it happened. But it's a lot of women that I've been getting to know and associate with, and it comes down in the conversation to where they took that poke. Hey, it's over with. I don't know what's in that thing. Plus, I know
I'm
it's some
not
creep.
fucking with you.
I'm not fucking with you. It's some creepy
Real
crawlers
nigga
in that
shit.
thing. Yeah, real nigga
I
shit, bro.
mean, real nigga shit. I'm not fucking with you. You took
Mm-mm.
that? I'm not fucking with you.
Nah.
Ain't no telling what that did to you. But you
Hmm.
you think that we're gonna have a culpable relationship, bitch? I'm not fucking with you. No. No.
Yeah. We
You
could be
understand what I'm
cool.
saying now?
We could be friends, but we can't be together because I'm not finna
I'm not
allow
about to
you
do it.
to. Yeah, I can't. I
Mm-mm.
can't connect with you so you can pass those creepy crawly things to
Whatever.
me.
Right here, whatever. That whatever. Dog, you got that. You got that. For real, you got that.
Yeah.
Bitch, you about to die in 20 years.
Yeah, they gonna
Like
do
I'm
some
gonna be that nigga to say it like that. It's gonna be a
right.
problem. I ain't gonna sit
So
here and bullshit you. You've been seeing what they've been posting and how they've been doing in Congress on this shit, right?
mhm.
Ooh,
Oh yeah. They
man,
let
come
me
on.
know. And
Come on.
then, all we seen was, see, this is what I was saying about the nationalism and the religious thing, because they pull nationalism on different walks of life. So all of the people who are cool with, the homosexual lifestyle, they tend to connect to nationalism and stuff, trying to find a home. Okay, freedom. Freedom comes from, the construct. So
What?
the construct gave them freedom. So they've put LGBT rights over civil rights. They're making new freedoms. They're manifesting new freedoms. They're not going along with even what the Constitution say. They're not even going along with what in the Bible say. They're able to add shit. That's why they're doing amendments to all the shit that's in there, because they keep changing shit to go along with the way they want things, and they're bringing on all these different people from different walks of life. That's just causing more division, because people saying they together on the idealistic level of nationalism, but when it comes down to the mentality of
Ooh.
those people, they all have different mentalities, bro.
Okay, let me help you out with something.
Hmm.
Let me help you out with something, okay?
Hmm.
That's not nationalism, bro.
I don't think it is.
Do you want hold on? Do you want to know where this whole ideology comes from?
Where?
DSA,
Mm,
Democratic
mm.
Socialists of America. Have you ever heard of them?
Okay. No, I'm gonna be real with you. Nah,
Okay, this comes from the Democratic Socialists of America. This is your far left wing party,
Mm-hmm.
if you will. If you will, let's just use what they
Oh,
use.
okay.
I'm gonna use what they use.
And I didn't hear their particular name, but I did hear of it now that you said it like that, because I just put up something the other day, and I was just trying to show people that the left and the right wing is still two wings of the same bird that's going towards one destination. It's the
Well,
same shit, different hint.
you have to understand one thing. Just one thing. You want to know the one thing that differentiate all of that?
What's that?
Why do they keep stopping the money from coming to you as the American?
Well, my thoughts though, I think they got a whole grand scheme of things, and I think they keep us focusing on things like that. So they'll keep us occupied within their system. So they'll make programs out of us to program people to try to take upon our way of thinking, when our way of thinking would never outweigh uh what true nationalism is, what true Christian nationalism is, which is white nationalism, which is white supremacy.
Gotta
They want to
okay.
bring a nigga
Erase
under
that
them.
whole Christian.
Hmm.
You talking to me real quick, okay? We talk real quick. It's just
Oh
me and
yeah.
right.
Oh yeah.
So let's do this right here, right now. You can dismiss all that ideology of you biblical, okay? Dismiss that. I don't rock with that at all. I don't care what it is. I'm not
That's
saying
all.
I'm an atheist. What I'm saying is that is man made. That is a
I don't
man
rock
made
with, I
thing,
don't, I
and
don't
I'm
rock
not
with it
rocking with
either.
nothing man made.
I don't rock with it either. But I know what the setting is. For the program for the rest of the people. And just because I'm on a podcast and the
Oh,
whole
okay,
world listening.
okay. I
So
got
I
you. I
want
got you. I
people,
got you.
yeah, yeah.
I got
Nah, I don't rock with none of that, man. I believe in my light. I believe in my light, my thoughts, my truth, and I just try to make the best. logical, spiritual, and observable decisions that I can with everything that I get. And I don't really obtain to nothing. I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm not Christian, I'm not none of that. You know what I'm saying?
None of that.
None
Because
of that.
I don't know if you heard me say this before. I don't know if you heard me say this before. So you go into a library, right? Right? You go
Mhm.
into a library. They have a whole bunch of different sections within the library, right?
Right.
Do you know where all those books fall into?
I think it falls in the fiction section.
It's in the fiction section.
hmm
Did you notice that? Nobody seems to understand that point right there.
Right. I
All
mean, they got things.
these books.
Oh yeah. I think we
Come on,
making
bro. It should have
things.
been alarming to you. It should have been alarming to you, cuz when a motherfucker go to jail and get a hold, you dig for being a pastor. It should have been alarming to you right then and there.
Right. And see, I think we helping them manifest their destiny. When they talk about sci-fi shit, I think we helping that come true because we're giving our energy. Well, not us per se on the panel, but a lot of our people are, attaching themselves to their ideology because they're looking for security because they know that they're living in the matrix and they're comfortable. They don't want to break the matrix. They're not trying to grow their own food. They're not trying to make themselves self-sustainable as much as they can outside of this matrix system. They're pushing for the empowerment of the matrix system. And it's like I tell people, they trying to push you digital. They finna put an easy pass sign on your ass. So every time you pass under one of these so-called
He
satellites,
said, easy pass sign.
put an easy pass sign on the nigga ass. You know what I'm
Hey, you want to hear something crazy?
saying?
The UK said you can't get a job without you having a digital ID.
Yeah. Nah, cause they connecting you to the North Star system, like them cars
But
used
you
to
heard
be.
what I said, right?
Right. That's what they gonna do over here too.
Now, don't you remember the real ID push?
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
same thing.
Same thing. It was just on a smaller scale. People didn't peep that.
Because the real ID in America, it was all about a biometric ID. That's all it
Mm.
was a biometric ID. That's why you've been seeing on your phone. Now they want you to do biometrics on your phone. Use your thumbprint. Use
Heck
your
yeah,
face scan.
you ain't
Use
talking.
this.
And you know
Use
what,
that.
bro? My thumb been hurting. Like I've been holding my phone. My hand has been on the back towards that look. See, on the back of your phone is in the middle of your phone is where where you hold your phone at, they get your pulse anyway and shit like that. So they can tell when you get excited about something. Like this shit get deep. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my brother T Wriggles, man. Welcome to the Bill Salute. Hey man, make sure y'all hit that like button, share the stream, support the stream, man. We gonna keep the stream open. Salutes to everybody. Much love and respect. Hey T Riggers, salute. Go ahead, you got it.
T, my nigga. Wriggles. Yeah, we
My
gotta
bad, my
talk
bad.
about it.
Salutes, y'all, man. Um, I kind of chimed in kind of a little late when I heard you say that, if you say something on the build, like something about fact checking or something like that,
Yeah.
and right when you said that, I said, wait a minute, I fact check Bro Sanchez all the time.
Yeah.
I don't care whoever says whatever, right? If it sounds good and all of that, all right, cool. Immediately, I'm looking it up
Yeah,
just to
yeah,
see if
yeah.
the brother said something that is right or wrong because you don't want to ever get misled. And I want people to fact check me all the time. I
I
don't
Okay.
want
really.
people to fact check me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm saying some bullshit, then
Call me out.
call me out. Because that way I might not know I'm saying
Ooh.
some shit fucked up. So I'm gonna have to say, hey
Can
man,
I?
I was wrong about that. And I think we should all be real enough to do that. But I think in these YouTube spaces, a lot of times there's a competition of who's right or who know this first or
Oh,
who know the most
right.
of this type of shit,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and that's that old debate spirit. But we getting there.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
possible
I
I can
check.
chime in on that right there, T Wiggles? T,
Yeah.
can I
Yeah. Go
chime
ahead.
in on that right there?
Yeah. Go
So
ahead, brother.
what I was alluding to was this. What I was alluding to was this, and I'm gonna take it personally. Okay, I'm not going to say nothing to you all that I have not already fact checked. I don't want you to sit here and say, "Oh man, you lying about this, that, and the third." Nope, you're not gonna have that chance to do that. So I'm building my repertoire of being correct. Does that make sense of what I'm saying? So when you go look it up, you're gonna be like, damn, this nigga really know what he's talking about.
I
This is
think
for real.
everybody, I think everybody should stand the. Like me myself personally. I don't have an issue with. I usually pull it up on Google and show what I'm saying. Even though I say it in my own words, I like to pull it up just so people can see because I know they're gonna turn around and do that anyway. So I don't have no problem with anybody coming to me if they find anything I say uh, not to be true or something like that.
Oh,
I would honestly appreciate that.
I don't have a problem with it. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be that guy. I want to be some of you guys' sources to where you can say, no, I got a source. And he has been right 99.9% of the time. Could do any of us have that? You dig
I
what I'm
think
talking about?
I think some
Do
people
any
do.
you
I
understand what
think
I'm
some
saying?
people. I think some people do got that. But that don't make it necessarily right. Just because some people say, "Hey, this person right," because even like T. Rickles said, I don't care who it is, bro, Sanchez, or if it's something that I don't already understand. Fortunately, I overstand and understand a lot, so I don't really have to for say check a person. I can roll it around in my mind for a minute and say, okay, like I said at first, this makes sense. Now it has to make sense to me. It's not that I'm just gonna take something that doesn't make sense and just believe it just because this person's right the majority of the time. There's always, I don't think nobody knows everything, and I feel like we can all be wrong at some point in times or whatever.
Facts. You know, especially, I hey listen, I fact check Savon Bomar all the time. When a brother tells me, hey, Napoleon never existed. Whoa, 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 whoa. Time out. Time out. What do you mean? He never existed. Let me go do the homework right now. I'm not even gonna wait. I'm not even gonna wait till tomorrow. I'm not gonna wait right now. Why did this brother just say Napoleon Bonaparte never existed ever? We got, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not gonna take his word for that. Let me do the homework. Is he right? Is he wrong? It's not even about right or wrong. Is it true? You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah, because we don't want to just start taking things for face value, without any understanding or knowledge of, because that's what these Christians doing. Like when they're in church, this is what the church is doing. they're speaking and they're listening to the pastor, and the pastor's telling them things, and it's not even in the Bible. So now you got Gnostics and people who don't even look in the Bible, and they saying, wait a minute, this not even in the Bible. And this is your book. So how could it come to where you're repeating some shit that a pastor is telling you, and he's supposed to be, and y'all holding the Bible in y'all hand, but y'all can't be looking at that motherfucker because you ain't said nothing that the Bible has in it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm with you on that. Oh yeah,
Similar to the same thing as, going to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? You'll go to one doctor. Well, Mr. Wriggles, you have the heebie-jeebies. What? Oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay. You better, instead of taking that man's word for it, you better go to like 2 other doctors, or maybe go to a doctor outside of the U.S. so they can look at you and say, Mr. Wriggles, no, you don't have the heebie-jeebies. What you have is what we call a headache. Okay, drink some more water. You don't need surgery. Do you understand what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, whoa, like everything got to be double, triple checked. And when I say everything, I really mean everything. The outer Africa theory. Listen, I
right.
took that hook, line, and center. Couldn't nobody tell me that we weren't from Africa until someone had to show me. Nah, look at this. Look at this. And I said, whoa. You know what I mean? So I don't get offended if someone fact checks me right then and there on the map. I kind of love that. It's not about really, like you said, right or wrong, or proving that I know something or I don't know something. It's just as you say, I love your line. I love that line you use, Key. The information with your information. You know what I mean? And I
Right.
like it.
Mic check,
Right.
mic check.
Oh yeah, you loud and clear, bro. And I just want to say that once you set precedence to where you are information with your information, once people can see something shoot from your heart to your mind, now down to your hands, to your lips, to your feet. I think it's levels to this shit, man. So, I think that just comes with repetition. Hmm.
I was thinking that I love how you said that. I was looking at it. It's going to take me time. It's just going to take me time, to convince the hearts of man of what I find. It's just going to take time for me to convince the hearts of men, because I want to talk to men, because we are the ones that lead everything that we're doing. That's I'm sorry. My bad, bro.
You good. And I just want to ask, now, is there a reason that you just want to convince a man and not prove it to him? Because all you supposed to prove all things, and I want the person that I'm proving something or telling something to be as strong as me. So if I'm gonna prove all things, I need them to prove all things too. That's gonna make sure all the links are strong.
Okay.
That's on the chain.
So if I'm gonna say this to you, it's convincing you to see the information and you approve it. When you approve it, that becomes proof to you. I have to show you the information for you to see it, for you to what you said, fact checked it. Now you approve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Would you agree with that?
as long as you show the information, then I don't think it needs to be a fact check. Like I said, if it makes sense, I don't think, there's no need after that. But as far as me just
Okay.
saying something, I'm gonna always at least give a reference where somebody can, and not so much
Right
as a
on.
reference to where it's a source to where I'm saying now I got this from Jimmy Butler. No, I'm saying I got this conclusion because I thought about this, but then I correlated and I synchronized it with this. So this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. You know, it sometimes
Mhm.
it just may be a different standpoint, but I try not to just introduce information that has no substance to it, if that makes sense.
Did you see
No,
what
that
I
makes
did with Big Dog Filio G when I broke down the vaccine schedule?
No, I
no.
didn't personally. Mm-mm.
I broke down the vaccine scheduling. I mean, from start to finish, to why you have so many vaccines for your kids right now versus they only had, I don't know. I can't say I don't know. They only had 7 in the beginning. And they went from non-live cultures to live cultures. I literally did that.
Mm.
I mean, I literally did. Big Dog Philly OG will tell you that. I did that with him. And the moment that I did all of that, people start hopping up on the panel claiming to know what I know and all this other stuff. And you know what? I just had to jump down because you're not really looking at what I'm looking at. You're trying to ad lib off of what I'm talking about because I had a structure point, pinpoint structure point up, or y'all will call slides, and it was showing everything that I was talking about. And I couldn't even get through it because everybody felt like they just had
Mhm.
something to say. Couldn't even get
I had
through it.
this issue. I had the same issue, and I think that when you go in depth with it, like I was told, when you go in depth with it, it shows your level of discernment on that topic. So you know, rather
Mm.
than being discouraged that someone is just trying to repeat your information, I think it's gonna show because people gonna see your slides, people gonna see how deep you going with it, and then they're gonna see how the other person is just really regurgitating what you're saying. I think that's all within the energy of what's taking place.
Well, I
Dude,
tell
I
you
got
this,
caught.
gentlemen.
Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
tell
Go
you,
ahead, T.
I tell you straight smoke, right? Right. The I'm gonna put myself out here right now, right? The only time I feel like what you're saying, right, is if I tell you something I saw when my eyes are shut. I can't prove to you right now lucid dreaming is real. There's no doc. I don't have the proper documentation to show you. You feel me? I don't. You know, I can do more research on it. You know, I think bro touched on something with Cal Berkeley students actually doing a study, but I guess it's not being validated. But I can't prove that. You would have to actually experience that. And especially when it comes down to me, right? Since this eye of mine, right, has been open kind of a long time, and it really got activated probably about like 4 or 5 years ago, like a spiritual awakening type of thing. So if I say to people that haven't. See, because you can't really fact check me on that, on some of the things I've seen, unless you have to actually go through it. Does that make sense?
Of course it does. You have to be an enlistee to understand the actual product of what you're taking. I get it. But what I'm trying to say is that I've done close to 15 years of research in a particular field, and it seems like everybody jumps down my throat about what I'm actually talking about. and they have no idea what I'm talking about. They have they have the slightest idea. They don't know how far they've taken the things that I'm talking about. They're trying to be something that is not pertinent to what I'm talking about. And all I'm trying to get across to people is that they have actually found out the dosage and how much to give to each particular bloodline, blood cell, the carriers of certain blood types, of what to give them. And I couldn't even get through that.
I feel
When I
you.
said, yeah, they pinpointed this shit.
I
They
think we
pinpointed
could
this.
I think we could be more apt to, getting people to just see. I think once we start to show the people the doses and shit, I think that's a great thing to do. But then I think we still kind of leave them in, well, I'm kind of convinced a little bit. So, type of shit. I think we should be more apt to telling them, man, fuck that shit. We ain't fucking with that shit. That shit ain't right. It just ain't right. Period. Don't try to consider it if you're gonna have a chance with it. It's like you could tell a nigga like, man, I kind of think she got AIDS. I mean, you can fuck her and you can see if you get
Why?
AIDS
You
after
can
you
fuck
fuck
her
her.
and
But,
see.
you know what I'm saying?
You
But
can fuck her and
man, nigga,
see and see. All right.
bro,
Oh
like
my God, that's crazy.
soon as you take a
That's
piss when
crazy
you
work.
doing it, it's gonna feel like razor blades coming out your shit, man. I'm telling you
God
that right
damn.
now. Yeah. So yeah, I think it get to that point when we're doing things
Damn.
like that. They still taking it like, okay, I hear what he's saying, but he could be wrong. His numbers could be right. So that's why I just jump right into like, hell nah, don't even fuck with none of them bees. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I mean,
yeah,
Don't,
right.
yeah,
facts,
don't even
facts.
fuck with none.
Hey, Trace, straight smoke. Do you remember our last conversation we had? We was on the we was having a build with Brother Nasir, right? And
Yeah.
right, and then you said that we were watching something, and you said, uh, correct me if I'm wrong. You said that if we're at the bar and I know someone's intoxicated and we get into a scuffle and that person that I got into a scuffle with passes away, you said I can go to jail for that
You're
because
gonna
I
go to
knew.
jail for that.
Now, look, I didn't listen. I didn't fact check you at all, right? And I said that to someone, and someone said, "Okay, in what state is that law from?" And I'm gonna ask you, what state does that law apply?
Okay, by state law, if I'm not gonna I'm gonna be broad, very very broad with this. If you hear somebody that's drunk, right, and you ding them out, like for real, you ding them out, and they fall a certain way and they die, you gonna be up shit creek without a paddle. I cannot make that up.
I mean, what state is that? Because I would think
It's a
I'm so
lot
so
of
so,
states. I
so
can't
are
I
you
can't name
so are
all
you
of them.
drunk?
I can't
So
name all of them.
are you drunk too, or is just this person drunk? Because I tell
That
you right
person
now,
drunk.
okay, so you can use that this person's drunk, this person's out of their mind, and this person just how you could get self defense if that other person drunk in the states that I'm in.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Right. That's self defense. But I'm talking on the you striking first.
Mm. Okay, yeah. Really, that's a different type of
Yeah, that's
scenario. Kind
right.
of semantically, we get into kind of semantics a little bit. But if there's an
No, this is
altercation,
not no semantics. No semantics. This is a drunk person talking to you reckless and you knock his ass out.
um,
For real. Straight up.
yeah,
If he dies, you're gonna be responsible for that.
yeah. Well, I don't think it has anything to do with him being drunk. I think that goes to just you struck him first.
Right.
Okay, you got to understand. You got to understand what I'm talking about, though. Context. I mean, serious context.
That's why I
Because
said
you got to
semantics.
understand. Hold on, listen to me. Because you have to understand the bar. The bar knows how much they gave that person. You understand what I'm saying? So this is not on just you. This is on the bar or whatever facility that was providing alcohol. This is not totally on you. But what I'm saying is that this is it's a culminary of a lot of different factions to go along with it. So if they didn't cut this person off at a certain time, knowing that they were whatever, you could have had any kind of whatever engagement with that person, and then a fallout happens. Right now, they're going to subpoena the bar for the tab of the person that was drunk. I'm telling you, they're going to do this. They're going to subpoena you for your everything is coming off the blood
Yeah.
alcohol level shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a fact. But that's why I was saying semantics is gonna have to get real
It's
tangible and
gonna get ugly.
real. They're gonna have to
It's gonna get
dissect it and
ugly.
shit like that. But I don't think that will fall upon a person who actually. Now, if you struck that person first, it's just gonna be you struck them first. Now you can cause trouble between the bar, so now they can go out to the bar and say, "Well, the bar kept serving them." That's why I kind of
Right.
said semantics earlier.
Right.
Just to.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like where I stay here in Kentucky. Okay, where I stay here in Kentucky, we have open carry. You know, so you got people that get out of line, but they get in line real fast.
And see,
Does that make sense?
that's what I was saying about having a internal hard drive versus an external hard drive.
External hard drive, right?
Because they giving us laws and shit when we supposed to already have it downloaded on our
Man,
internal hard
you go
drive.
get in line real fast. You go get in
We
line
supposed,
real fast.
we supposed to be acting anyway and shit that we supposed to be doing. We should have to, you know, read our code through an outside source. So our internal hard drive will keep us from falling victim to these certain type of situations in the first place.
That's right. That's right. That's why I moved to where I am because I'm not gonna be put in that situation.
So what do y'all think
Put in that
about?
situation.
So what do y'all think about? As far as like when I speak about internal hard drives and external hard drives, the people who are upholding the script and as a guise of pushing for nationalism, or because I know a lot of nationalists don't really see the religious agenda when it comes to nationalism, but as you go down the rabbit hole you will find that's exactly what it is. Because even when we're talking on the back of our money, when we say in God we trust, well, what God they talking about? See, we got people who saying, I believe in God, so I gotta pray for my government and all that. When this shit is this is a, it's it don't go together. Because we can't. That's why our nationalists, true Christians, can they really carry out the agenda of a true Christian under nationalism? What you think, T. Wrigley?
I think hell no. I'm being you know a spiritual person. I mean, to just label me a nationalist or a Republican or this and that and this and that, I find that kind of weird because if you're going to label me anything, label me as something godly. Like I work for the divine creator of all things. If a person wants to call me that, I'm with that. You know, and for being a nationalist, it's almost like Like someone was trying to tell me, yeah, man, change your status to a nationalist from California, so you're not part of the. I don't know. It just seems like it's just another label in a way.
Yeah, yeah, it's
You know what I mean?
contradictory. It's very contradictory because people ask me, people talk about getting paperwork and shit all the time. No, I went to the USDA. I told them I was an American Indian. I said, I know what I am. I'm claiming what I am. I don't need you to tell me what I am and who I am. I got a whole grave site to go in. Like I heard the brother on Sanchez earlier. He said, well, he don't really know his family and shit. And he don't trust their way of doing it. Trust your way of doing it. You know who your mother was. You know who your father was. You knew who. If you don't know who they mother and father was, it's easy to look up who they mother and father was. Okay, now look up who they mother and father was. Now look up who they mother and father was. Do your own research.
Yeah, yeah.
Do your own investigation upon
Mhm.
yourself. No one should be able to tell you who the fuck they are. So we're going to go to the same people who are oppressing us and who are controlling us, and the same people who got us trapped inside of this matrix system, to ask them for permission to say we who we are. That shit sound crazy.
That shit crazy. You know, and I wouldn't, especially when it comes down to your genealogy and all of that. Like, no, don't. No, I wouldn't even don't trust nothing when it comes down to Google, AI, whatever the hell uh, the establishment might be saying. No, 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 no. Put your boots on. Like, this is the only time I put your boots on, right? And then go down and get these records. You feel me? So you actually see the names and the places. I think just doing that action, you know, for the people that have passed on, the ancestors, right? They would really appreciate you doing the hard work.
Hey, shout out to the OG Philly. Salute.
The champ.
Salutes my brother OG Philly. Hey man, when you feel like interjecting, feel free to do so, OG. OG kicking it. Salute. Yeah, man, and when it comes to that fact checking and shit, I just kind of feel like, I don't have an issue with anyone fact checking me on anything. That's just confirming what I'm saying. You ain't gonna do nothing but confirm what I'm saying, because I ain't finna come tell you no bullshit, but I ain't gonna tell you not to check what I'm saying either. I want you to.
Yeah, facts. And I had a conversation earlier today where okay, um, a person is in another country right now and was talking about the ins and outs within the country. But then the other guy, he said, no, I Googled it right now. I Googled it and it doesn't say what you're saying. And the brother was saying, no, no, listen to here. I'm here. I'm in the land that you are referring to. I've done the homework. I've actually gone through certain processes to let you know the pros and cons. I don't care what this computer done said. And so that type of action that I saw, it was kind of like mind blowing. You feel me? Because, like, for an example, Key, you know everything about Arkansas. Can't no
Right.
one tell you about Pine Bluff. If the computer says something opposite of Pine Bluff that that you experience, but then there's other people that will coming along and say, oh, no, 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 no. The computer doesn't say that. Wait a minute, hold on. We got a dude on the ground right now. He's from there. He'll tell
Mm.
you the ins and outs, the pros and cons, and what to do and what not to do.
Right.
So I think that's when I think that's very important for us as a whole as we move forward, right? That
Right.
if there's someone that's got their boots on the ground in the area that someone is talking about, we got to go with that person on the ground. I don't care what the computer say.
Right. And I think that's part of the Mandela effect. And like I said, they're doing that now they're creating all these new string theories. They're trying to confuse the D wave, but they're manipulating the D wave. That's our connection from our internal hard drive towards the ether to present an augmented reality to us. So they're confusing us by using the Mandela effect to get us to put alternate situations and realities into our minds so that we can manifest these things to our destiny. The things that you see with your eyes ain't on the outside of you, even though you can touch them. Your eyes are a black hole. You suck them in. So that's inside of you, what you see. But you're creating your reality by sucking in what you're really looking at. So if you can have thoughts and feelings inside of you that are not real, you can start to manifest those into real situations. And this is what the alternate realities, what they doing with the CERN machine and what they doing by using the Mandela effect and shit like that. They're like pushing you towards a more of an alternate reality that's leading you further away from your destiny. And this is why we're trapped in the matrix for that reason and that reason alone.
Hey, that's some real stuff. I tell you like this. I still haven't figured out how they're doing it, because it's really that is a subject. I can tell y'all right now, fellas, that Mandela effect, it can cause so much division and separation, right? I can tell you right now, gentlemen, all right? Every Saturday in the AM, when I was young, right? My little brother and I would go through the ritual. Okay, we watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, then we gonna watch like some Voltron, and then we gonna finish it off with Looney Tunes, and then maybe after Looney Tunes, we would throw in a VCHR, right? A VHSR tape, and watch more cartoons. And I can tell you right now, I don't care what the computer says. Whenever I watch Looney Tunes and the word tunes was spelled with two O's, I went Saturday rituals with this every Saturday, okay? And the computer trying to tell me, nah, we never spelled tunes with two O's. It's always been TUNES. And let's just say now we're having a conversation with someone, and someone would say, no, man, I've never seen tunes spelt with two O's. And then I say, look, man, I saw it. And then look, and then this is bad. And then someone's going to look on the computer, y'all. And if the computer is going to be our deciding factor, oh my God, we're in trouble.
Facts. I mean, they even doing that with Bible verses. They're doing that with movies. They're doing that with all types of things. And say, for instance, like you were talking about tunes with two O's. Tunes with two O's will be two holes for two eyes. And then the tunes with the U on it will be you actually visualizing or connecting yourself with the tune, because these letters and numbers have shapes to them. So the shapes would actually attribute to the energy of these letters and these words. So once you spell something a different type of way with different letters, or if you use certain type of numbers to get the same equation, then you will actually change the frequency with it. And I could go deeper into that with like D string theory and shit like that. But yeah, you on point. I'm rocking with what you're saying.
Yeah, look, I still don't know how they do it, bro. Look, it's amazing that, look, this is how shocked I am. Look, I went to Bible school. Okay. I played in the theater. Okay. I was in the theater, Pete. I was one of the three kings. Okay. And now, if anyone looks into that Bible, it doesn't even say three kings anymore. They've taken that number three out of the equation. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. In every Bible, it's changed. Like, like the only way that's possible, right? Just going through the logic, the only way that's possible is that we are in a simulation and someone went back in time and changed or erased something or changed something, and then bang, it has an effect on every single thing, which means that we are in a simulation. Everything is computerized. Even us, we're the original AI computers because we have the brain and all of that. But that's the only way I can make sense of it.
I think they changed it by changing the minds of the people. And then if you look at all these TV shows, they'll show you that once you go in the past, when they say back to the future, and they're saying go back, and if you change something, then you will change the future. So that's kind of what's happening, and they're doing that on a you know, programmable level,
Wavelength.
computer program level.
Wavelength.
You know what I'm saying? With the wavelength shit, this is D string theory, and only those with souls can resonate to what D strings are. But the problem is
It's
they're crossing the wires so that they can project their program and not the actual equation of the event that's supposed to be taking place. They're augmenting reality right now. We gotta realize, we gotta understand fake shit real now. So, that's what their whole purpose is, to kind of curve things, curve their enthusiasm, should I say.
is it possible I can give you the term for the Mandela effect?
You got it, brother. Go ahead. You got it.
Is Okay, so think about this. I really want y'all to really think about this. Discovering that others share a same false memory, groomed and groomed, created on an idea that something happened that didn't. Did you hear what I said?
Say that one more again.
This
Say that
was a
one more.
term. This was an idea shared false memory and groomed through people on a false memory. This started in 1980. Okay? This started in 1980. The Mandela effect, because I who was old enough to remember when Nelson Mandela died.
Oh yeah, Nelson Mandela died in '81. I was saying this yesterday, and but then years later they said he got out of prison and became the president of Africa. When there was, majority of the
Clearly,
world
that was
knew.
not Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, the majority of the world knew that this man died. So, they're using these type of tactics to be able to program the people. The computer was made as a reflection of us. So therefore, them being able to use it's like doing your makeup in the mirror. You're not actually doing your face, you're doing the face on the mirror, but you're doing your face at the same time. This is what magic is all about. You're doing your face by looking at the mirror. So that's what they doing. That's what they know. They put a mirror up and we doing the mirror, but we doing our face. You see what I'm saying? So this is what's happening. It's the mirroring technique.
Yeah, because um, me personally, I thought Mandela. I just looked it up, right? Nelson Mandela. Look, check this out. It says Nelson Mandela passed away in 2013. Look,
13.
Nah, nah,
that's
man.
that's a lie. That's a lie. Look. From the last
That's
time
a
I checked,
lie.
I
Yeah.
thought it was in '99.
Nah, it's been they got a couple of different but the first time, okay, maybe he like, I don't know. You know, that might have been who we keep waiting on to come back. Maybe he coming back again. I don't know. But I know the first time he died was in 1981. I'm tell you that now.
Yeah.
The first time, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't want to get in his business. I don't know if he able to
My
keep
my my
dying and coming back,
my
but
big bro. My big bro. My big bro. Could you keep reading how they went into the Bernstein Bears?
Yeah, see. Look, I never watched Bearstein Bears, but I can see how that could really play on the minds on people. Let me see if I when I write it
yeah,
down.
and it went to Stain. It
It's
went from
Yeah.
under the same
Stain to
thing. I'm looking
Stain.
at it right now.
Yeah,
I'm
it went
looking
to
at it right
Stain.
now.
And that's what I was saying about the U. See, when you spell a tune with the U, it puts you in the tune. So when they put the stain on the burn stain bears, when they put the stain in it, it put the stain in it. You see what I'm saying? It's all just
It was Bernstein,
it
not
was
Stain.
stain.
With
It wasn't
Steen.
stain.
Every
Now they putting the stain in it, and this is a manifestation of these what people call demonic energies and shit that are really just characteristics, and we're taking shit into the subconscious because you create your own angels and your own devils inside of you. Each individual person have their own unless they acquire to a hive mind to where they will see the same ones, but you only see the same ones because we got the same mind. When two or more focus on one thing, so shall it be. This is spiritual
You
programming.
want to hear something crazy? You want to hear something crazy?
Mm.
Hmm.
You know a nigga like me downloaded that for my kids back in the motherfucking 90s, right?
Mm.
You know what it say on this, right? It
What it
don't
say?
say stain, it say steam.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, for real. I can go right in here and be like, put on the Bernstein Bears. And you know it's gonna come up. And you hear the whole motherfucking line, them singing Bernstein Bears, Bernstein Bears. And it's like,
Yeah.
how do people not understand that this is lying?
Yeah. Look. Straight smoke. Look. I was a kind of chunky little kid back in the day, so candy. That's my ish right now, and can't no one tell me that when I used to have Kit Kat, which was my one of my favorite candies, man, my Kit Kat. Okay, all right, it had a hyphen in it. Okay, it said Kit
Yes, it
hyphen
did. And
Kat.
cat. Yes, it did.
Okay, and now they trying to tell me that that was never so. I mean, y'all is crazy.
Good luck with that one.
Look,
Like
look,
real
and
nigga
look,
shit. I'm old enough to remember.
you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
old
And
enough
this
to remember.
and look, and this what sucks about it, right? Is that okay? I say it's a hyphen, you say it's not, and then what's going to be the deciding factor? Looking it up on the computer. See, this is dangerous.
Right. And
You know what I'm
we
saying?
don't have
Oh,
those
cause you
books. We
crazy
don't have
now.
that print. We don't have
You
that
crazy
print no
now.
more. And
Right.
so
Yes, we
and
do.
so they,
Yes,
and
we
so
do.
they putting that shit on digital because everything's going digital is able to be augmented because we
Mm,
got so many people uploading so much shit. See what AI do is take what the collective, the majority say. That's what AI do. It take the majority. So we not
Father.
even realizing that this shit is being programmed on a daily basis because it's going with the mind frame of the collective consciousness. This is why they're trying to get a digital social ID on everybody. Because if you don't go along with the hive mind, then you're an outsider. You're an enemy of the state.
Say that last part again.
Enemy of the state. Simple shit. If you don't go along with the hive mind and the collective consciousness, they will deem you as a terrorist and an enemy of the state because
Enemy
you're
to
going
say.
against the ideas of these people.
You
That's a fact.
are an enemy of the state. Guaranteed.
Mm,
Sooner than you think.
mm,
Sooner than you think. So when they cut off this
mm.
money and you don't want to, you want to keep having money, you're gonna be an enemy of the state.
Oh, that's a fact. Cause when they put these easy passes
Yeah,
on a nigga ass, man, they gonna be able to just type your easy pass number in the computer and they gonna drain your money that way. You ain't gonna be able to skip out on court and not pay your fine. They just gonna drain your digital ID.
Drain your shit. That's it. They ain't gotta wait. They ain't gotta worry. Everybody no groceries.
Right.
You cooked.
mm,
You could. You ain't gotta worry about saying
You
some shit to
cooked.
get you fired from your job. You
No,
gonna say some shit that's gonna get your bank account depleted. And you ain't gonna be able to do shit.
you ain't gonna do shit.
yeah,
Stupid ass nigga. We told you this is what you gonna do. Oh, you don't be what bucking the system get you.
Oh yeah. Or you just
yeah,
gonna think you gonna walk
Simple.
in the Target, you think you gonna go in the Walmart or Target, and then that shit gonna scan your ID when you walk in the door. It's gonna alert the police. You ever seen what's that movie with Wesley Snipes on there when he in the future and shit?
demolition man. Yeah,
Then the Lucifer man, when he was going places, they was like, yeah, he over here. He just went over here. That was digital ID.
yeah,
Yeah, that was digital ID right there.
yeah. It's a
Yeah,
very
nigga, what's your boggle?
yeah.
Boggle.
It's real serious.
Shit, shit, yeah.
It's I. You know, I'm not an advocate for digital ID at all. You know, I feel like that. See, and I say I
No, sir.
feel. I'm gonna say feel here, right? Because now I feel like okay, you are trying to implement more control, more lockdown, you know, more monitoring, surveillance on the people. And look, and check this out before, and I let y'all go. Right? Did you
Mm-hmm.
know with this Mandela effect? I'm sorry to go back on this, Key. Okay, because this tripped me out. All right. Did you know that there are monkey faced flowers? You would think that you would have learned this or saw this in some type of schooling in geography or whatever class this is. But I just want y'all to know there are now monkey face flowers that was founded in 1978. Okay?
Oh yeah, they got a lot of shit, man. You know, they rewriting history and they're changing things. They're able to go in the past to manipulate shit in the past, but they're not actually going to the past. They doing it in the mind. When they say they traveling to outer space and shit like that, they going to different places that's within the mind. They traveling to astral realm type places. They're gonna be able to do things with the consciousness. They're not physically going no motherfucking where because you can't get out of this motherfucker. It's a dome on it. That's why you don't see no rocket going straight up in the sky, go across that bitch, cause it hit them waters up there, and that bitch just sail across them waters like a boat. The waters
Mm,
above, just like the waters below. So ain't no way up out of here. They're talking about
Mm,
going to space in the mind. See, they going to the fifth dimension, the
mm,
fourth and fifth dimension. You can't
mm.
even ain't even number two dimensions in this physical plane. The third dimension is the
You know,
astral
I gotta
realm.
ask you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask this question. I
Mm-hmm.
gotta ask this question, like for real nigga shit. Have you ever seen asteroid?
Never.
No, no, they just keep saying that shit to put fear into the people.
I've seen the asteroid, bro.
I seen falling stars,
Come,
but I ain't
come,
never seen it. Actually.
I mean, coming straight out the motherfucking sky, hit the dirt.
Yeah,
Like for real, dog.
but like a real asteroid, I think they saying that shit gonna be so big where it's gonna hit the Earth. So I
No,
never seen
I'm
an
not talking
asteroid.
about what size they talking about. I'm talking about like during a meteor shower, right?
Yeah.
I've seen an actual, just call it a rock. It's just a rock, okay? But it actually hit the dirt. You know what I'm saying? I've actually seen that with my own two eyes. So I
Um,
kind of go on with certain shit.
were you able to, uh, know that this was a rock that hit the dirt? Like actually go to the rock and see the rock physically, or just you see something?
Yes, yes. No, no, not no. Oh, look at that. No, no. I'm not talking about no visual shit. I'm saying we saw it. It came down. Motherfuckers went to where it crashed at. Type shit.
And what the rock look like?
Like really. It
I
was a
mean,
rock. It was just a fucking rock.
was it made of diamonds, or you know what I'm saying? Like, how does
No,
this
bro.
look?
Again, okay. I'm gonna say this again. It was just a rock. It was just looked like a piece of rock.
But was it moon rock though?
I don't know. You think? Hold on. I'm a nigga. Hold on. Wait a minute. You ask white people questions. Hold on. No, no, no. Help you out. I got to hold on. I got to help you out. You asking white folk questions. I'm not touching shit. What is wrong with you? I'm
I'm
not
trying to see
touching that
what these
shit,
niggas. I'm trying to see what
nigga.
these niggas. The YN is selling it. The YN is bagging this shit up and selling it for $20 a gram, man. It's moon.
Shit, nigga. I'm a nigga. I'm like, hey, yeah. I'm gonna stand back here. I'm gonna stand back here. You get your white ass down there. You poke that shit.
Uh,
Yeah, the
You get
YN
your white
selling
ass
that
down.
shit,
Seriously,
man.
get your white ass down there. You poke that shit. Whoop, bam. I don't know what's on that shit. Touch that shit. I'm not about to be around shit. That's what's
Yeah, these.
wrong. That's the difference between white folks. Oh, look at it and get a stick and all this other shit. Look like, yeah, that shit gonna eat your ass up in a minute.
That's what I'm saying.
nah,
These
you right. No,
YNs, they something else, man. These star seeds is like fuck
We
that.
ain't
We
doing
know
that.
what that is. The shit get you high. I'm
I'm
finna
not
sell it,
doing that.
nigga. $25 a gram. Let's get it.
no, but I'll
Hey,
tell you
you
what you saw.
understand why they came out with moon rocks, right? Now you understand
The
why they came out with moon rocks?
Look,
YN
look, look.
selling this shit.
Look, straight
You
smoke.
want
What
to
you probably saw. You didn't
uh
see. You didn't look straight smoke. You didn't see an asteroid or a meteorite. I'm gonna tell you what you saw. You may have saw like one of those
huh.
air satellite balloons that's in our atmosphere or something come off, right? Because
Mm.
there
Mm-hmm.
is look there nothing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
nothing can come in and ain't nothing leaving. You feel me?
Okay.
There's no way.
If
And you know
that's what
why?
you
I
want to
looked up
believe,
the
that's fine.
no. I looked up the etymology. I looked up the etymology.
I
I even went
don't
to the
care. I don't
I
care.
went to the I
I
went to
don't
the
care.
etymology. I went to
Mm-hmm.
the hieroglyph,
Etymology. Uh-huh.
right, and I double checked these two
Right.
things. But what you saw
Right.
though, you saw a piece of that satellite fall down though.
Oh, that was a satellite?
No, a piece of it.
A piece of it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right. Even though it was a
because
motherfucking rock, but it's
did you
okay.
grab the rock?
It
Yeah,
don't even make a difference.
yeah.
It don't even make a difference. I'm telling you, the white boy went down and got the poking at the shit, and I'm over here like, nigga, I'm not fucking with that shit. It was a fucking rock. It's a
He
rock.
was, he was like, He was like, if ain't no nigga finna get this shit, I'm putting it in my pocket, boy. This shit $25 a day. It's moon. That's
All
what
right,
I'm
you
saying.
gonna fuck with that shit.
It's moon.
You gonna
That's
fuck with
what I'm
that
saying.
shit. Nah, I ain't fucking with that shit. Cause I saw the shit and everybody rushed over to it. It was like 15 of us.
And then the white
Rushed
boy,
over
he like, see, that's
to
why you niggas
the
asking
white
for
boy
food
felt so
stamps.
right. The white
That's
boy felt so strong. Like, oh, I'll go get it. You know, everybody
that's why
standing
he
around.
need food stamps, man. He's
Fuck
selling
it
moon
ain't
rocks.
no
He like,
bigger.
fuck that. I'm gonna wait for one of these moon rocks to
Saying
fall. I'm gonna sell this shit.
it was
I ain't
no.
gotta
Hey, is
ask for
that
no
It was
food stamps or
no.
nothing.
is
It
the
was
white
probably.
dude still
It
alive
was
today?
probably. Yeah. It was
He's
no
still
bigger
alive.
than two. Yeah, he's still alive. It was no bigger than uh 2 feet across. 2 by 2. It wasn't big, bro. It was just a rock.
Ain't no telling. That nigga probably
Not
around here somewhere acting retarded in the daytime and fighting crime at nighttime like Meteor Man.
He got that. Hey, he's got that. He got that. That fluid called retardium.
Yeah. Yeah, he acting retarded in the daytime, but at night he fighting crime like a motherfucker. Meteor Man.
Oh
well, I gotta
snap!
tell you, he has a job at GE. He has a job at GE.
He probably got the
Like
best parts
real. I
coming out
can't
that
make this
motherfucker.
stuff up.
That nigga make the best parts in the
I'm trying
building,
to
man.
listen
I'm
to you.
telling
Yes, sir.
you. Hey, that
I
nigga
mean, you
don't get
trying to
no
make something
recall.
fun. I'm being,
That nigga
Oh,
don't get no.
I'm
That
being
nigga don't get
honest,
no recall. Nah, I get you. I'm saying, if that nigga touch that meteor, he's a super powered motherfucker right now.
bro. All he did was poke it with the stick.
Ah,
Poke it with the
that
stick.
shit
You
that
seen
go
the
through
little
the stick.
thing?
That shit that go through
You
the
know what I'm
stick.
saying? Oh,
That shit that go through the stick.
you seen the whole thing as far as like when they post a meme up of your favorite football team and they got the little dude poking your team with the stick. Like, come on, do something.
Yeah,
Like the football
it's
shits.
made out of
Hey,
vibranium. That shit's powerful, bro.
brother, it was just a rock.
no,
It's a
that can't
different.
be
It was
It's a
just a
moon
rock.
rock, bro.
different
It's
type
a
of rock.
moon rock. If it came from space, bro, that shit's super charged. It's a moon rock. It's made out of vibranium.
Okay, I'm gonna again.
Woo. Hey, I can't believe that the dude that found the rock, he got smart and then started working for GE. Wow.
He got smart, so
No, he was
he
already
probably in
working
the
for GE, bro.
yeah, but they took him off the
See, we
floor. He
got
ain't in the plant no more. He in corporate now. That nigga smart as shit.
what is the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Oh, oh man, this is funny.
It's
Oh,
crazy. That's
oh,
crazy.
oh. Well, he
Y'all
got a
gotta cut your
promotion.
boy some slack, bro. I can't tell y'all shit.
No,
That
you
nigga
can,
smart
Can't
but
as
tell
you know,
y'all
shit.
shit.
Look,
Y'all
you
look.
can tell us anything.
This
But
nigga, this
your boy
nigga
got a
going to the
promotion.
grocery store, bro, and he just putting the food on the table, touching that shit. It's cooked. He like, get the barbecue sauce. This shit's done.
nigga, I can't stand you. I can't stand you. I
Oh,
can't,
oh
it's
man.
just terrible. That's just terrible.
Oh
I can't tell you nothing. You see why I gotta keep my motherfucking I gotta keep my like
no,
y'all
no,
just
no, no.
y'all niggas
I'm
just
glad you
don't get
said. No, no, we're not
damn.
saying that
Fuck
you
it.
didn't
Fuck
see it.
it.
We're not saying you didn't see it. We
Bro,
just
we didn't
saying
do anything. Listen to
that.
we have over um 50 people hold on, brother. Just hear me out. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
We got over 50 with telescopes here. High power telescopes. So when it happened, we had one guy that focused on it, and had 10 people go out. You know what I'm saying?
Now, did
So
he
when we
see?
Jack,
Now, do you
I'm
think
sorry.
this nigga? Now, what if the rock was already on the ground and then they just made a light fall out of the sky with blue beam and then like just showed y'all where a rock was already at? I don't know. I'm just trying to see.
Okay, that's what you.
It's possible, you know. It's
That's
possible
fine with me.
because I seen some shit in the sky one time. I really thought I seen a
Okay,
UFO,
that's
man.
that's
It was a big red orange light. And that shit came up and it started flying all fast and shit. And then I was like, damn, but so I called the fucking National Guard. I called like, I don't know who the fuck I called. I called like CIA or some shit. I'm like, hey,
Oh, you
yo,
don't know? You don't
bro,
know,
bro,
huh?
I
Now
started,
you don't know.
bro,
Now
look,
you
man,
don't know.
bro, I seen fucking UFOs and
How,
shit. So first I started calling, like, I started looking up on the Google and shit. Like, what do you call for if you see some shit in the sky like a UFO, unidentified flying motherfucking object? And he gave me a number, and I started calling them because I called the police first, and I was like, "Hey," and they was like, "How could we help you? Is there an emergency in your area?" I'm like, "Nigga, hell yeah, it's some shit in the sky. It's like a big ass light and shit. This shit scaring the shit out of us over here, man. And it's a lot of little ones with it. Are y'all gonna come out?" And they was like, "Nah, we gonna let somebody know." And I'm like, "Let somebody know, nigga. You made a whole movie about this shit. Y'all ain't about to come see what's going on."
Oh.
come on, man. You gonna be serious or you
No,
just gonna keep
I'm
bullshitting?
serious,
No,
bro.
no,
I'm fucking serious. You can Google my name. It's on you, bro. It's on Google. I called and I told them. I said, "Hey, man, it's some lights and shit over here." And they was like, "Yeah, buddy. We gonna get somebody on it." And I'm like,
Okay.
"Man,
oh.
where's Will
Okay, you
Smith
want
when
you
you need it?"
I'm gonna go. You're not gonna believe me. You're not gonna believe me. You're not gonna believe me when I tell you this.
All right, go ahead.
But I walked out of my. Hear me out. Watch
All
this.
right,
I walked
all right.
out my house. I went over to my garden. I'll look back up now. It's 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, right here in Kentucky.
Mm.
I see a bright orange ball. Okay, this motherfucker is the size of a motherfucking RV. I'm screaming for my wife. She ain't hearing me. Nobody. She ain't hearing me. I'm captivated. I'm just standing outside watching this shit. Motherfucker just floats, just clean across. Now my neighbor sees me standing. Now my neighbor 50 square yards away from me, a half a football field. I say, they walk up to me like, "What are you looking at?" I said, "Y'all don't see that." You know what they say?
What
What?
they say?
See what?
What? Oh hell nah. That nigga was high, or he think you was high or something. But I seen the same shit
I'm
you
gonna say
saw.
this. Hold on. I'm gonna say this.
I seen
Okay,
the
never
same
mind.
shit you
Go
saw.
ahead. You got all the
No,
answers. You got all the
no,
answers.
I seen the same shit that you saw. That's what I'm telling you. You think
Wait,
I'm
wait, wait,
bullshit, but I saw
wait,
the same shit you saw.
wait a minute, wait a minute. So y'all saw a big ball of orange light.
The shit was the size of a fucking RV. A
Now
big
an
ass ball,
RV,
bro. I'm
an,
serious.
an
Bro, I saw a
RV
big ass ball in the light
is.
in the sky. In the sky. I ain't bullshit. I saw a big ass
I'm
ball in
not
the
bullshitting, bro.
I seen it.
the
But you
size
know
of
what I think?
the size of the
Oh,
RV. RV
no,
rectangle now.
nah, bro, this shit was bigger than the RV. What I seen, this shit was big, bro. This shit was huge. This shit was like the size
It's
of
big.
the fucking AT
This
and
was
T building.
huge, bro.
This shit was huge.
Huge. I can't.
I saw
I'm
this shit.
using the RV. I'm using an RV just to get you to understand the size of it.
Because when you said RV, I just pictured rectangle, not circular ball.
Yeah, I saw a big circle, man.
You
You know, I
thinking of the
called
length,
the
right?
people.
Huh?
Yeah, fill it
So
in.
imagine a 27 foot motherfucking ball all the way around. 27 foot.
See, I saw that too, though. But see, what I think, see, it was,
Real, real.
but I think that was their first.
Uh,
I think that was their first form of what they did in New Jersey. I think they sent like them drones and shit over there. I think they was trying to get people used to like
Yeah.
UFO sightings and shit because what I saw was just light. It was like if somebody put a big ass laser in the sky and I felt like a little cat following the laser, except I was on the ground looking at the sky type of shit, and I felt kind of
Right.
crazy after that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, well, damn, if some lights coming down, then how the fuck some little green men gonna jump out of a light? It ain't no ship. It's not no actually physical ship. This shit ain't made of steel, Chevrolet parts or nothing. Like it's just a light. You know what I'm saying?
he say Chevrolet parts. Oh my
That's
god.
real shit.
No, for real.
Come on, man. Straight up.
Straight up, bro.
He's
It did now
Chevrolet parts.
they done got technical with the shit. Now, see, they had Tupac on stage doing the show back at
Uh,
Coachella back in the day after he died, but now they got physical robots that they actually sending out. They ain't got to
am
use
I
the light
supposed
no
to
more.
say?
They don't got physical with it.
The fuck am I supposed to say to that shit? That nigga said Chevrolet parts. What am I
Hey,
supposed to
man,
say after that?
Hey,
That's crazy.
these people
y'all see
good.
the robot? Y'all see the robot that had orange hair and one of them nurse gowns running in the park like he was crazy.
Nah, if I'd have seen that bitch out of triple.
He was
It'd
Say
have been
what?
computer parts. I'd have tripped her ass. It'd have been computer parts all over the fucking park. I'd have made sure I tripped
Damn, I
her
must
ass.
be breaking bad.
yeah. Look, this is getting out of hand because in China or Japan, there's the old lady that has a leash walking a robotic dog. Okay, it's getting out of hand.
Yeah, but this what we pushing when we, want to get bored and shit, and people want some extra friends, and well, I can't
I
find me no
know
woman.
Japan.
So let me just get me a robot. She cooking and she fucking and sucking now. So I don't need no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit. This what these niggas doing. The shit getting real spooky.
Yeah. Bumble, and Rumble and Tumble Tinder ain't working out for me, so I'm gonna get me a customized robot just for myself.
They took mail order bride to a whole new level. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying? Yeah.
facts.
They took mail order bride, but we should have saw that once they made blow up dolls. You should have knew this nigga was gonna want to perfect his craft. You know what I'm saying? You should have
Right,
knew that this
right.
nigga was gonna want to put some skin on his bitch.
Yeah,
He was gonna want to give his bitch a heartbeat. He was
yeah,
gonna want to make his bitch just talk back to him because he was tired of sitting there making up conversations, playing pretend with this motherfucker. And that's all what's going on. This is the programming that's coming down upon the people, and they using people's insecurities. They're using people's boredom and shit to get them to buy into all of this weird shit.
yeah. He didn't the man because he, like you said, he had the doll and he was just talking to nobody and he was feeling plastic when he was making love. Now he's got it where it's animated, and now he wants to feel metal.
That nigga said he want to. Yeah. I bet that's the same nigga that don't like using rubbers. He can't stand that
That's the
motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit get weird,
oh,
man.
yeah, it's getting real weird out here,
This shit
yo.
get real weird. I think it's a lot of men, who are trying to manifest their sick ass destinies. They want to be able to have a fucking sex slave that they can just command. They don't want to hear nothing back from the woman. Like, this is like a fucking sick mentality to
Yeah.
have. Like,
Yes.
I just want a motherfucker who gonna just do what I say. I'm gonna get a robot. The robot ain't gonna fight back. It feel real. Shit, it's
Yeah.
talking to me. It's gonna do what I say. I ain't gotta hear nothing back. Fuck it. Like, what happened to genuine connection? What happened to genuine shit? What's up with all this artificial ass shit? These are people you throwing your fucking internal hard drive away for an external hard drive, surface level. It's like people who are getting into like divination practices and shit. You are already connected to the divine. So if you are a person with feelings, you're supposed to have feelings. Yeah, the feelings and shit is invisible, but you need to get your invisible feelings right to connect with a woman so you can really plug in with this woman on a spiritual level. That way you can get all the shit you looking for with this doll that you ain't gonna never find. How crazy do that sound?
That's crazy. Now, I'm gonna tell you. I tell you what's even crazier. I heard that one of these fellas got one of these AI bots. You know what
Oh,
I'm
what
saying?
you mean, one of these fellas? One of these niggas in the community? Let me
Look,
find
look,
out one of you niggas fucking Raggedy Ann, man. I'm gonna turn your ass in, man.
look,
Sick
look.
ass
He
niggas.
done, he done.
These
Look,
niggas is
look,
fucking
look.
Barbie.
He been with the AI robot and caught a DVD.
Wait a
A,
minute, which
look,
which
look,
dude? Man?
look. He caught a digital virus disease.
He caught a digital vibe. I bet he did,
A
boy.
DVD. Now that he say that
He
when
caught
he
a DVD. Ain't this some crazy shit? But
yeah
see, when I say we in a simulation and shit, and when I start, connecting these dots and shit, everybody say I'm crazy. But then this nigga on the other hand who's fucking a robot and he said he got a DVD, y'all believe that shit. Like, this shit
he, he say he say he say he say when he urinates he say when he urinates he sees zeros and ones.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. When he started pissing, he started saying Arnold Schwarzenegger movie lines. I'll be back. Shit, yeah, fucking DVD. Shit, crazy.
I guess he broke up with the AI bot.
Well,
He
he
said
broke
that's
up
for the
with that
street.
guy.
He said that's for the streets.
That's for the street. Now she got a new nigga, and this nigga nasty. Boy, you gonna have to get a deep cleaning on that robot. This boy nutted all in that damn robot, and you gonna
Yeah,
fucking get with her next. Y'all niggas nasty, man.
yeah, this is crazy.
This shit crazy. Shit. Hey, yo,
Yeah,
did you
so
see that? Did you
uh,
see that fucking short that I put up, man? Where the little girl, the little young black girl, she at the bank, she waiting on the shit to open back up at 2. And the big dude hop out with the wig on. He's like, "Excuse me, but you're holding up the fucking line." So the girl like, "Well, what are you doing here?" "I'm trying to get my fucking meds if you get out the way." She said, "Well, if it's closed, how you gonna get your meds?" "I'm gonna get in the line. I'm gonna be right there where you at so I can get it." She like, "Man, get the fuck off my car." And he's like, "No, well, you need to move out of the way. You're holding the line up." She's like, "Okay, thank you, sir." And he's like, Sir, you calling me sir?" Like, boy, this shit crazy. This is a crazy
oh
world we in, man. This is crazy, man.
yeah,
Like, yeah, bro, just because you got titties don't make you a man, bro. Yeah, sir.
yeah, sir. I thought we was trying to keep it real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
So when I walk in fucking Truist Bank and I say I want a loan and I'm white, then don't start trying to get me kicked out that motherfucker. I need a loan.
leave
You
it
know?
alone.
Yeah. Shit. I
Uh,
identify as a nigga with a good credit score. Now where my shit at? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Facts.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. That's what I'm saying, man. These programs and the people in power who again push their power are all fucking weirdos. So whoop de doo. We live in a weird world. Whoop de doo.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Weirdo place. You know what I'm saying? And say for the young ones that are going to be hearing the stream later on in life, you know what I'm saying? Be careful of the DVD, yeah? You don't want to catch that, brothers. You know what I mean? Keep it natural, man. Keep it natural.
If you do find some good DVDs, make sure you let me know because I still got one of them
You still
motherfuckers.
got one of them? Yeah. Hey, but I'm gonna tell you right now, straight smoke. If you're still listening, man, if you're listening, or everybody else, look, straight smoke did not see a rock come from outer space and hit him right.
He said,
Okay,
"Shit, you
okay,
can't see the rock."
okay. You didn't see that. You
Nah, I'm
didn't.
gonna tell
You saw
y'all
it
something.
wasn't.
Nah, nah, my bad, bro. I was just gonna tell him, man, don't be letting no drunk people punk y'all, cause y'all scared you gonna get in trouble. If that drunk motherfucker's tripping on you, man, make him sit his ass down.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because his ass gonna get more in trouble for fucking with you while he drunk. He the one. He the one who out of his mind. You in your right mind, and this motherfucker's threatening you. I don't see you really getting in trouble from no drunk man threatening your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying?
right. Hey, that part. You know, yeah,
Hmm.
that's crazy, man. And I'm still on that straight smoke. You didn't see a rock. You might have saw. You didn't see moon rock. You didn't see space rock. It wasn't space jam. That it was something completely different.
Yeah.
And if you did see something hit the ground, straight smoke, I want you to go to General Electric, find that white dude that probably got promoted because he got smarter, right? He touched the rock. He got smarter. Uh, he
He
needs to
just
see
looked like he was white when he touched the white. That was a nigga. That's why I
that
said
was a
he
nigga, right?
probably-
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. oh, oh,
Oh
oh,
shit,
nah,
man.
oh, dog.
That was a nigga, man. He just turned white when he touched the rock. It was just some transformation shit happened. He turned black the next day, and then he act retarded during the daytime. So
Yeah,
they probably
right,
think he
right. I'm trying to tell you. And then that rock kind of liquefied. He probably grabbed it and then liquefied, and then that rock turned into a big glob of retardium.
Yeah,
Okay,
man. Because you can't nothing come in and out of this motherfucker, man.
no,
Because
right,
we ain't
right,
seen nothing. We ain't seen nothing yet. They keep
right.
saying all kind of shit coming. And they've been telling us that shit for the last 40 years. They've been telling us, hey, it's some shit about to hit the earth. Everybody go out, buy all the toilet paper, all the gas and shit, and then they just hike sales for the weekend. And why you niggas buying toilet paper like you gonna be able to take a shit if the earth get crashed anyway, man? Like
Right.
your niggas fucking tripping.
Oh, Keith. Just said.
That was a good one right there, Keith.
Oh,
Oh shit!
hey,
Shit!
that's real stuff. I don't know why everybody was panicking. Man, you can just use a sock to wipe your behind, but the toilet paper, I guess, I don't know. But
Man,
Keith,
a nigga ain't gonna be able to
Hold
take no shit
on!
if he dead, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they said,
Come
hey,
on, man!
everybody's dying from the CV, and niggas went and bought toilet paper.
Right,
Niggas
right.
started
It's
thinking about
like
their
ain't
own
nobody
instead of
said
their
nothing
nose.
about you shitting on yourself.
You
If
fucking
you
right,
ain't shitting on
man.
yourself, you gonna
Yeah,
check out.
man.
But y'all went and bought all the fucking toilet paper and all the motherfucking Infamil. What are you doing?
See,
Oh,
these niggas is thinking about booty and babies, man, and that shit don't even go together, man.
they
This
don't go
shit,
together, man. It just
this
don't go
shit
together.
crazy. This shit crazy, man.
Oh, did y'all
Hey,
hear
real
that?
nigga shit. You want to hear what I did? You want to hear what I did?
What you do?
I went and bought a whole bunch of canisters.
Mhm.
You know the
I didn't.
can all your goods.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
Michelle? What are those called? The canisters we went and bought. The can, the
Oh, you was
glass jars
canning the mason
with the
jar,
seals and then the inside
mason jar,
ring.
mason jar.
Mason jars.
Yeah, mason
Mm-hmm.
jar. Yeah.
Mason jars.
Mm-hmm.
We went and bought like motherfucking close to 182 of them bitches.
Mm-hmm.
You should have put some
Yeah,
peaches in them motherfuckers, some apples.
fuck them peaches. Fuck peaches and apples. Fuck that shit.
Why, man? That's
Fuck.
natural shit,
Which
man.
nigga, you know what I was putting in them bitches? You want to know the
What?
truth?
Pig feet.
Rice, beans,
Nice. Okay.
Rice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
rice,
then you gotta boil
beans.
the rice though, man. You know, when you know the
Oh,
water
guess
gonna
what
be fucked
the?
up.
Oh, okay. Guess what the other ones was had in them?
What?
Uh,
Water.
Mm.
okay.
Right, okay.
Think
So you
about what
got
I'm
Okay.
saying, cuz.
how many mason jars of water did you fill?
78.
Damn. Did you get the little mason jars? You should have just got a
No.
big one, man.
Yeah, these was all gallon mason jars.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I had 78 gallon mason jars just for water, and then we went with six six 3 quart 3 quart for beans and rice. Then we went with 2 quart and 2 quarts for everything else. And when I say everything else, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You
Mm.
know, my ass went and bought a bunch of cigarettes so I could sit up and watch this shit on TV.
Hey man, I can't fuck with y'all niggas, man. I swear to God.
Hell no,
This
you
nigga
can't fuck
said I
with
went
us,
and
Big
bought a
Smoke.
carton of cigarettes so I can sit back on my back porch and watch this shit come to an end. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna go out with this smoke.
Ah,
Cause I do
ah,
that with
ah,
everybody, man. I said
ah.
this white boy fucking with everybody, man. The white boy funny than a motherfucker, man. He fucking with everybody, man. No,
Hey,
he
for
finna
real.
put a new slab of ribs on the fucking grocery store shelves next week. He gonna stall
I ain't gonna
everybody
even
else.
sit here and lie to you. I ain't gonna even sit here and lie to you. I can give you a perfect recipe to where you can anything that you want to.
Oh yeah, that's
Anything.
valuable.
Hey, can we use that meteorite rock and cook some shit off of that?
You see how you going? You see how you going? You got anything else? You got anything else?
What's good, my nigga? Straight smoke, Red
You
Rock.
smoke that motherfucker.
Nigga on
Hey,
there talking
OG,
about
You got
meteor hitting
anything
the earth,
else?
and they seen it and recorded
smoke
it.
that motherfucker.
I
Hey,
wanted to say something back then, goddamn.
cause if it came from the sky, we know we can get out of
Yeah,
smoke.
yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna ask you. I'm just ask you. All I'm saying is this to you. For some odd reason, things can come through the firmament but can't go out of it. Right? Is that
Nah,
what you're saying?
somebody
Man,
threw a
fuck
rock
that,
over the
no.
house and they thought it was a meteor. That's what happened. Somebody threw a rock over the
Oh,
house.
somebody threw a rock over a house, huh?
Yeah. I don't know if that can come through that bitch if we can't get out. You know. Well,
I'm just
maybe,
saying.
maybe it's like a hole, like to where it
Oh
got.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
you know
yeah.
when shit just
Oh
supposed to
yeah.
go in and shit ain't
Right,
supposed
you know, because you know the white people fucking up every goddamn thing. It's got to be a hole somewhere, right?
yeah, white people so
Nigga, you
fucked
full
up.
of shit. Y'all
They
full of
never
shit.
got
Y'all so
outside of
full
the
of shit.
hood. You know what I'm saying? That shit only supposed to go in. That's how I know
Oh,
these bitches is the synagogue of
okay, right.
Satan.
So
They
so the
Baptists,
earth,
Hey,
man.
hey, the rock. Hey, the
so the
rock
earth,
must have came
so
from
the earth is a
Uranus.
one
The
big
rock
old
came from
pussy.
Uranus.
The rock
I
came
mean,
from Uranus. Here we
the
go.
earth is kind of like a big pussy. It's like a big pregnant belly.
Man, I can't talk to y'all no more. I can't
Yeah.
talk to y'all no more. Y'all not being serious.
No, I'm
Look,
being
That's
dead
crazy.
serious.
That's crazy. Come on,
look,
man.
I know what happened. I
You
know
can't
what
have it
happened.
both ways. Come on, you can't have it both ways.
The truth
Look,
is
look, I know
stronger
what
than
happened.
fiction, man. That's why we call her Mother Earth.
Look,
I
I know
don't
what
call it
happened.
none of that.
It's Mother
Hey, the
Earth for
rock
real.
they
But look,
found
this what
came from
happened.
Uranus, man. That's how they
Look, this
know
what
it's a
happened.
meteorite rock.
Look, this what happened.
Meteorite
Look,
came from your anus, huh? Your anus,
look,
huh?
no, look. I'm trying to tell you, Chase Mo. I'm trying to tell you,
I
Chase
ain't
Mo.
fuck
This what
with
happened.
y'all.
Look,
That nigga said the
look.
meteorite
I'm gonna
came
tell you
from
what
your
happened.
anus.
Look, what
Okay,
happened
all right.
was. Look. What happened was is
Here we
that
go.
there were two kids, and they had a
Mm-hmm.
tennis racket. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They had a tennis racket, right? And
Two
they
kids
had
had a
this
tennis
rock,
racket.
lit it on
They had a
fire,
rock lit
right?
on fire
Two kids had a tennis
with some
racket,
tennis racket.
right?
With some
Lit it
tennis
on
racket.
fire and hit and hit that rock high up in the sky.
Uh-huh. With a tennis racket.
Hey, you ever done that before? I did that.
So
I
do
said
you
with a tennis racket, right?
so
Yeah,
do
I
you
did do
think
that.
that the aliens are coming?
Who, you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Now I'm saying, the rock, they
Ain't no
probably gonna be
believe in
they
shit.
gonna be looking for their rock if it fell from where they
Okay,
at.
you trying to compile some shit that's not gonna be compilable. Come on now. Come on now. You stretching. You know you stretching, right? You stretching like a motherfucker. You trying to go on me on that? I'm being honest with you.
Nah,
I'm being
man.
honest with you. And you trying to go. If you trying to do that, man, this I'm just going to stick to my guns and tell you the facts.
Hey,
That's
you
all.
starting to sound like OTK a little bit. My bad. Y'all got it.
Oh
Uh,
wow, real dog. Real
You know I'm
dog.
hey,
gonna
look,
mess with you,
look though.
What
my
OTK do? What
street smooth.
OTK do? Shout out to OTK.
Hey, look. If anybody wants to know,
Wow.
look. If everybody wants to know, check out my channel, TikTok. I mean, 10 for Hat, episode 12. Right? Jesus has returned, y'all. Have you seen that in Venezuela, somewhere in South America? Jesus was in the sky, floating.
Oh yeah, they always have Jesus in the sky in them South Pacifics.
What you
Yeah, yeah,
niggas know
right.
about God?
What you know about God?
People on the planet.
I mean, you would have Jesus in the sky in the South Pacifics because guess what? Look at how they're living.
How are they living?
Oh, it's very easy to ascertain what I'm talking about.
Are you saying it
Hold
was
on,
really
listen to me.
Jesus in the sky?
Listen, just hear me out.
Okay.
Who is the most culpable people to brainwash?
Okay.
America.
Yeah. That's what I'm
America.
saying with the Project Bluebeam shit. Cause see, I don't think if Jesus came and just popped in the sky, was like, yeah, I was just checking on y'all niggas. I'm gonna be back for you in a minute. Hold tight.
I'm sorry, ain't that the same landmass that has what was that? Is that Brazil? That got Jesus standing up type shit?
Oh,
They got that over here.
I
They
think
got
that's
that over here.
Brazil.
but,
But
what
they
do you mean by
stupid.
how they live?
No, no.
Don't they have
No.
apartments?
Listen to they got a statue of Jesus standing out. If I believe I
They
think I'm
got that.
correct.
They got that in
Yeah, Rio de Janeiro.
Tennessee. They got that
Yeah,
in Tennessee. They got
Rio
that in
de
Texas.
Janeiro.
yeah, they
No,
got that
Rio
here in
de
America too.
Janeiro.
They
No,
got
no,
here in
no.
America.
No, no, no.
They got that in
Okay,
America.
but it's not the side. Hold on, cuz calm down. Please calm down. I'm talking about the one in Rio de Janeiro. It's like, goddamn it, 100 feet. It's a big ass statue.
Yeah,
That's paganism. That's paganism at its best. What do you mean?
idolatry, idolatry. I'm
What do
just
you think
saying
is gonna happen down there?
they gotta be slow as hell if they been praying to Jesus and they let him show up and say, "Damn, nigga, I told you I was gonna come pick you up. Quit fucking with me now, if I don't do the shit no more."
That's
Hold
why they
tight, man.
always getting anal probe. That's why they getting anal probe, huh?
See, I think them white boys
Look,
with some alien suits on. You know what I'm saying?
look,
I think them white
look,
boys going in
look.
niggas'
None
ass.
of
You
that
know what
shit
I'm saying?
happens. Why
Oh
don't
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit happen
Look,
anywhere
You,
else? Why don't that
you
shit
hear
happen
hey,
all
but
anywhere
they
look,
else?
check this out
talking
though.
about they
This out
been
Space
getting
Mode.
pulled when they get some aliens. I think that's code word for some homosexual activity, if you ask me. But
Thank you. So y'all seen that? You seen the dude that picked up that meteorite and it turned into whatever it turned into? Y'all seen that?
It turned into retardium.
No, it turned into an entity.
Or what?
I
Y'all
mean,
didn't see
where are
that?
you seeing this shit at? Is it online somewhere?
It's online for real, for real. This dude went out after a meteorite came here, picked it up. Why he grabbed it with his hand? To me, I feel like he gave it his DNA, and that motherfucker
Well,
it
I
morphed
kind of,
for real.
No,
kind
I'm
of
just
believe
gonna
you
I'm
a
gonna
little
take it
bit.
at face value.
But look, I put
Come
my
on, bro.
fingernails in the
Stop
plant. Well,
doing.
no,
Come on,
I'm
man.
telling you
If
some
I'm gonna
real
talk
shit.
to you,
I put my
allow me to
fingernail.
actually tell you what I'm talking about.
I was just saying, I put my fingernail in a plant and that bitch morphed. It had gray hair and everything on that motherfucker.
hey, that's real. I seen that.
That's
You know
real
what? I
shit.
can't talk to you. I can't talk
No,
to
he ain't lying.
you. I can't
I ain't
talk
I
to
saw the
lying
picture.
though.
you.
I'm telling you
I saw the
some real
picture. He ain't
shit.
lying.
This nigga said I put my fingernail in the plant and it grow
No,
gray
no,
hair. Okay.
It did. It did. I
Okay. Hey,
checked it out.
bro.
it was
I ain't
some
saying
real
nothing. I ain't
shit.
saying nothing.
Oh, you got to see it to believe it.
Oh my
Look, I
God.
didn't believe it either until Key showed me the picture. I said, "Oh, it's got gray hair."
Yeah, real talk, man. So but that nigga picked that motherfucking rock up. He was trying to trick y'all because he knew he can get high off this shit. That's what I'm telling you. It came from the sky, man. You can the moon rock a motherfucker. All the YNs got it. Just ask a YN. Hey man, you know why I get some room moon rock? They gonna tell you how
Okay.
much they
Do
get
me
to
a
stop
favor.
that
Do me a
moon
favor.
for.
Just stop that. Stop that right there. I'm asking you, have you seen the dude in South America that picked up an actual meteorite and it grew? It's all online. It's all online. I'm talking about this shit look fuck like he has venom symbiote growing in his crib and he released it into a neighboring thing. Like this is for real.
What's he called it? Venom Syndiac? What?
It's a symbiote. It looks like venom off of Spider-Man.
Oh, that's a nanobot.
You
No,
said that's a
okay.
moon.
Listen to me, dog. I'ma say this again. I don't know if you seen it. This dude, you can track the whole thing because he videotaped the whole thing live. I'm talking about live. He took the shit back to his crib, put it in a glass jar. The fucking thing. The only thing I couldn't understand was this. Why would you touch it? You know what I'm saying? With your bare hand. You know what I'm saying? Because our fingers have oils on them, right?
I'm about to look it up right now.
Look it up.
Meteorite in
South America,
America
South America
picked up
symbiote.
with his hands. Hands.
Symbiote.
How you spell
Yeah.
symbiote? ZY?
Symbiote. No,
How I spell?
Symbiote. Symbiote. Symbiote.
All right. After I push that, where do I go? Because it's a alien creature inside a meteorite. New threat alert.
That's it.
That's the Zimbiat you're talking about.
Is it all black and look like a you see it? That's
Man
the threat
records
alert.
alien creature. No, man records
That's it.
alien creature growing inside a meteorite. Is that the one you
Okay,
saw for 4 minutes and 3 seconds?
it. That's it.
That's it. I'm gonna play it real
That's
quick.
it.
I'm gonna play it real quick. Let me check this out. It looked like a potato.
Yep.
The Rock looked like a potato, like one of them potatoes that was, and then they looked like they colored it gray.
It was great. When he did they didn't show you when he first found it.
My brother Charlie, salute.
Put it in a safe.
He put it in the safe, and that bitch grew. That bitch grew exponentially.
Yeah, I know. I haven't heard of that, man. What is it saying, T. Wriggles, as far as the potato or the
It's from
um
yeah. It
asteroid?
looks like it's from a TikTok account. Hold on.
See,
I'm
I can't make this shit up.
hold on.
Yeah, we gonna get out of here soon, man. But hey, salutes to everybody. I see y'all out there. I see you, Charlie. Salute. Much love and respect, man. Shout out to my brother Charlie. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Support the channel, man. Salutes to everybody. I appreciate y'all, man. Much love and respect. What you see, T. Wriggles?
Yeah, man. My bad, man. Salute to the chat. I had to stop watching, man. It's the white dude. He's shining the rock.
No, this should be.
All right.
This should be. This should be a. This it should not be in English at all. What I'm talking about should not be in English at all.
Well, I saw the one that you told me to click on. Right in the beginning, it showed is this an alien or a hoax, and the rock looked like a potato that was
Was it
colored.
under? Was it right? Was it under a lid on the table?
No.
That's not the one I'm talking about. There.
Uh,
Man, I wish I. Um.
Yeah,
don't worry about it. Don't even
God
worry about it.
yeah,
damn.
yeah.
I
But
seen I seen the nanotech
Mm.
bots. You seen those nanotech bots pushing
yeah,
the ball? I seen
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's the one I had on that short that I had. Yeah, those are little nanotech bots. That's what they had inside of the jab. That's what they got inside the bloodstream, where they'll be able to type in a computer code program, and those nanotech bots will be able to go and do things inside of the body. Now, this is some true shit that's stranger than fiction that I actually know that actually I know this shit for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's some real stuff. I saw.
Oh yeah.
And did you see the part where
I
the
gotta look
nanobot
that shit up.
the
I
nanobots
gotta look
ran
that
into the
shit up.
wall and they couldn't get over the wall, and so one of them threw one over the wall? Did you see that part, Keith?
No, I didn't actually see that.
Oh,
To be honest, the clip that I posted, that was the only clip that I actually saw. But that correlated with the information that I had, as far as the research that I was doing on what nanotech is and
yeah,
the functions, actions and functions of what nanotechnology was. So that's why I posted that. But yeah, they just got receptors on them and they're able to follow the lead of the program that's being typed into a computer so they can work inside the body. So you won't even have to go to the doctor no more a lot of times. It's equipped with being able to use the natural medicines and shit that's inside of you. If they need some extra, that'll be the only reason that you go and physically get some shit done, because you got little bitty men inside of you who are able to carry out the procedure.
Right, and I was watching the clip I was watching, or the video. They said, look, don't look. I'm not a doctor yet, okay?
I got
But
it. I found it.
they said that to get rid of the nanotech, all you got to do is have some nicotine.
I found it.
Nicotine.
Nicotine, okay? When we break down that word, you just gotta have a nicotine.
Oh yeah. Oh
All right,
yeah,
what you
big
find, Smoke?
Okay. Punch this in. Punch this in real quick, okay?
Go ahead.
Mysterious alien symbiote found in meteorite.
I don't even know why I'm typing this in, but I'm gonna type it.
This is for real. You know, I'm just going over it with you. I'm being very for real. If this is what I'm alien symbiote life form, everybody's talking about this shit.
I think
2025.
I think this is nanotech. What you seeing? What Key breaking down? Right?
Okay.
I
But
think this
this
is
is a guy that this is a guy that found an actual meteorite that hit the ground, and he took it home. I don't, I again, I'm gonna say this again. I don't know why after he cooled it, he put his hands on it, because then he gave it his DNA. You know, our fingers have oil in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he did that, but he did it. And he took it home. That motherfucker grew in a safe. All type of shit. I'm serious, bro. If I'm being hoodwinked, I'm being hoodwinked, but that shit don't look right.
Yeah, I think it's nanotechnology. You know, I do think it can take you know, the our oils and shit like that off of our hands, and be able to, because it's gonna take, you know, the whatever liquids that it can
Right.
absorb from us. You know what I mean? But
To
yeah,
grow.
I think it's nanotechnology.
But you understand what I'm saying. I'm not leaving no stone unturned. Like I don't you remember earlier when I asked you this question? Do you know who DSA is?
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I didn't even get into that. I didn't even get into none of that.
Oh yeah. Nah, I feel you, man. I feel
Straight
you,
Smoke. Have
man.
you seen nanotech? Have you seen what nanotech look like?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah,
you don't
that
you
nano.
don't think that's the
Yeah.
same thing?
What I'm looking at is this is foreign.
So is nanotech.
No, this is foreign. This is,
Yeah,
Foreign
in other
meaning
words, when I
you've
say
never seen it.
foreign, it ain't us. It's not us.
Nanotech got us.
Nanotech ain't us either. Nanotech foreign in the
Nanotech
motherfucker.
is us.
No, it's
No,
What
not.
the fuck is you mean? Fuck is you
Okay,
no.
we
mean?
must be looking at two different nanotechs. Then
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Explain to me who you think nanotech comes from.
The same people who are advancing this technology, getting the information to advance
That
this
that
technology.
that's not telling me nothing. Who do you think nanotech comes from?
That's what I'm telling you. I mean, whether I'm getting specific with a person or not, I'm at least narrowing it down to, hey, the same people who putting
The
shit in the
room.
water, the same people who pushing the agenda for nanotechnology to be encoded into our way of life. They
Okay,
wanted
so who is that person?
the
Who are those entities?
it's the people
Do
who
you know 'em?
control this. I ain't
Who
trying
do
to
you
know
know those? I
because,
do know them.
because look, this is what I'm telling you. We got to know what's happening. I mean, knowing
Okay,
who it is.
you don't want to say their names? You want me to say their name? I will for you.
If that's what's stroke your boat. I mean, yeah, go ahead, roll
I'm
right ahead.
saying, do you know? Do you
Hey,
know?
I don't say everything I know on this motherfucker because I ain't trying to just show people what I know. If I'm talking to them, I'm talking to them for that purpose and
Oh,
that purpose only.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Say a name.
I'll pipe
Say it
down.
now.
I'll pipe down. I'll
Say a
No,
pipe
name.
no, no.
Say
down.
You go. You
a
go.
name.
I
Say
can
a
get
name.
on you. That ain't my
Okay,
thing.
it's
Yeah,
called.
you go.
Okay, guess what? Guess what? It's called BioNTech. Look it up. BIO hyphen N the letter N hyphen tech.
Okay.
BioNTech. These are the same people that brought you your shots.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. The nano shit in the shot.
Yes, it's in the
You know what I'm
shots.
saying? Motherfuckers, yeah, I'm saying
That's
these
what I'm
all the
trying to
same
tell you.
motherfuckers.
They not hiding nothing.
Yeah.
They not hiding nothing. For what? They know you motherfuckers can't read. You don't look at patents. You don't look at a patent. You
Oh
ain't
yeah.
worried about what
See, see,
anything.
see, see, I don't get the shot. Don't nobody around me get the shot. So I ain't trying to read the patent.
I have to read the patents that come out every quarter.
Mm. Nah,
Did
that's
you
some
hear
real
me?
shit. That's some real shit. We need people reading the patents. I agree with you on that.
Every
That's a real thing.
quarter. What is the quarter? How many quarters is there in a year?
We need people reading the patents.
4 quarters
You
in a year, just like a dollar.
4 quarters in a year. I need to know the patents that's coming out every quarter.
Now, do you got a lot of people who now do you work in that field or do you just got a lot of people who getting the shot that you need to educate on what's in their body?
Say that one more time.
Do you work in that field? Is that the reason you reading it? Or do you need to
No,
educate
no,
the
no.
people who getting the shot? Is a lot of people around you getting the shot? Because I just cut this shit off and I just let people know, hey, you don't need to be getting the shot. It's been a lot of shit we've been breaking down since 2019 about what's been in the shot. So if people still going to get the shot now, I think if I'm telling them what's in it, that could be helpful, but that's why I was just asking, what was your,
So,
why was
so
the
like
reason that you was reading the patent?
because I've talked to high level doctors. I talked to like Peter McCullough. I've talked to like the likes of doctors that came up with the gene sequencing to do this. Now I don't appreciate that he's on the CDC. I really don't like it because when I asked him about it, he said he was proud of his work, even though this motherfucker helped make all of this shit happen, and I don't like it. It's not Peter McCullough who I'm talking about. See, I'm not supposed to say that shit, but you know what? I'm gonna say that shit. I'm gonna say that shit.
Say that.
This motherfucker literally, when I talked to him on the panel, I said, did you put any protocols in place so your work will not be used for any kind of practices that will hurt the American people? He said, no, I'm proud of my work and I'm going to stand by my work.
Peter McCullough said that.
No, this is not Peter McCullough.
Mm.
There was an Asian dude that got put in jail for these type of
I'm
experiments you
scared. I
talking
ain't gonna
about.
even lie to you. I'm kind of scared to say this shit.
For it? What you scared
But you
for?
know what? I'm gonna say because I'm putting my because that transcript can go back. That whole transcript can go back. But you know what? Fuck him. He's got employed by the CDC now, and he's number 2 right now. And his name is Robert Malone. And I don't think y'all know what y'all up against. He's the predecessor of Anthony Fauci.
Oh, oh, oh. Look him up right now.
Dr. Robert Malone. He's the predecessor of Anthony Fauci.
Yeah, man,
Doctor.
I gotta get out of here too, man.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Salute to the OG.
Salute
Me.
everybody.
Yeah, I gotta get some
Big
food
Dog
in me,
Philly
man.
OG. Big Dog Philly OG. When I said that I was doing my research, I was really doing my research.
Robert Malone,
I
he's
was really
65 years
doing it.
old. Born in
Yes.
October 20th, 1959.
Yes.
That's the biochemist, huh?
Yes.
He looked like he got like a demonic attachment to him looking at his eyes.
You see, no, fuck his eyes. Look up what he did. I'm serious. This is not for fun. This is not for games. You really need to know how people get put in place. They replace one bad scientist with another.
Oh
He
yeah, I
wants
agree
to
with you
call.
on this.
What is this? He
He wants to call.
vaccinated the mRNA technology, used the term mass hysteria to denounce any criticism. Dr. Malone has a C-19 vaccine patent.
But he's the one that came up with gene sequencing.
I think gene sequencing's always been here.
Yeah.
When hold on. I'm not saying it hasn't. I'm not saying it hasn't, but what it is that he found the way to put this particular pathogen within the genome.
Yeah, he just coding. He just understood coding, so he was able
Yeah,
to
he's a
reinvent
code
some shit.
guy.
Yeah, that's
He
what
was a
that's
code
that's
guy.
what shit I've been talking about, man. Spiritual programming, whether it's no matter what type of programming, that's why we got thinking mental, physical, spiritual, all this shit programming. This how you add to the
So,
matrix system program.
so you want me to help you to understand what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
Do
you
you
got it, bro.
remember? Listen to me. Do you remember in Jurassic Park when the Asian guy told you how they was able to splice the DNA to code it correctly for what they wanted?
Mm-hmm.
In Jurassic Park, they showed you how they was able to splice the DNA to code it how they wanted.
Oh yeah,
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
I'm following
It just took a little time,
you.
but guess what they found out? They can do that.
Oh yeah,
Now, the,
man.
the one the one thing that you haven't seen was the trial patients for this particular inoculation. Where did that trial come from? Does anybody know? I do.
Oh yeah, give it to us, brother. You got it. You got the floor. Cause I gotta get out of
Okay.
here soon, man. I gotta
Okay.
get some food.
Man, go get some food in you, brother. Go get some food in you. Go get
Oh
some
yeah.
food
If
in.
you want to finish, brother, go ahead. You got it. Yeah, I'm
Do you
starting to get it
remember when?
hungry.
Do y'all anybody remember when that truck turned over with the monkeys and it bit that lady?
In South Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, that wasn't South Carolina.
All right.
Yeah, what happened when the monkey bit the lady?
Okay, guess what she developed? And you never saw that lady again.
Will she get monkeypox?
She got monkeypox.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That was a how does a truck full with chemical inbred monkeys turn over?
It didn't. They just set him free.
It did. They just set them free.
I'ma
Mm-hmm.
stop. I'ma stop. Yeah.
Look. Yeah. Nah, I'm fucking with you on that. Hey, I
You
think
can
they
go
did
look
it.
at everything
Whatever
that I'm
happened.
talking about. Please go Google it. If you think
Nah,
I'm lying, please
nah,
go
look,
Google it.
look, I don't think you lying. I'm fucking with you. You know, I think anything that happened, I think they did it. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I was
They
telling you
did it
about
for
the.
a reason.
That's
Didn't
why I
Bill
was,
Gates release all the mosquitoes?
of course he did.
Mm-hmm.
Of course he
Yeah.
did. That's why
Orders. Yeah.
they got nanobot rocks and shit around. So when people pick them up, these nanobots is fucking doing extra shit
I guess
too. You
He- he-
I guess I'm retarded or something because I'm keeping up with what these fuck
know? No,
ass
you
people is
you on
doing.
point. You on point. I'm fucking with you. That ain't no
no,
bullshit.
no, you good. You good. You good. I just want you to know too, though, straight smoke. There's a new substance out there. It's called retardium. It's driving motherfuckers crazy.
You call it
That ain't no
retardium.
bullshit.
You call it retardium.
Yeah,
You
it's
know what
called.
I call it?
What'd you call it?
Liberalism.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah,
Oh,
man. Hey, shout out
yeah.
my brother Charlie out there, man. Salutes my brother Charlie. Peace and power. Salutes to everybody. Bun Hall, salute. McCray, Demi, my brother OG Philly, Pete Moses in the building. Salute. Hey man, salutes to everybody. Yasini, salute. Salutes to you. And I just subbed up to you too, Yasini. And I modded you up on the channel. Salute. My brother Bronze, T Cortez, salute, man. My sister Diva, salute. Salute to everybody. Salutes to Straight Smoke. My brother T Wriggle, salute to everybody, man. I'm gonna get out of here. OG, we gonna come back on your channel a little later.
Sound good. I should be home in about an hour. I've been staying muted because I got a lot of music around me. But much love to everybody in the chat
Okay, yeah.
and on the panel. Flat motherfucking power to the Flat Power family. I call you in about a half an hour. Okay, I should be home in an hour. We can do it again.
Okay. That's a
All right.
bet. Give me a
Peace
call,
and
man.
power,
Y'all heard
everybody.
it.
Much love to everybody. Y'all already know.
Peace and power. We gonna be back, man. We gonna tap in with the OG Philly when we get back. I appreciate y'all, man. Much love and respect. It's been a fire build. I appreciate building with y'all, brothers. Y'all already know what it is, man. Till next time, peace and power.
As always.
Damn, somebody's shooting
As
over this one.
always. Hey, do me
Peace
a
and power.
favor.
Oh yeah.
Stay on real quick. Stay on. Cut it off and stay on.
Okay, that's a bit. Let's see if I end the stream. Let's see.